Hail adventurers, welcome back to the Wyvern's Lair. I am DM Wyvern, here again with a brand new Let's Play of the classic computer role-playing game Dragon Age Origins. This is a game from my young adulthood that left a significant mark on me. Just the opening frame here draws me into the grand adventure that I'm hoping to share with you all as I progress through the Dragon Age. We're joined early in chat by my good friend Morn saying starting an hour early isn't going to work to dodge me, bro. Morn, I had no doubt that I wouldn't be able to get past your sneaky ways. And I'm very glad that you're here. It's a fellow computer role-playing gaming enthusiast. I hope you're excited about this Let's Play that I'm about to embark on for my channel. Dragon Age will become another one of those pillars of the Wyvern's Lair, so I'm looking forward to getting started. We're going to dive right in by starting a new game. We're going to play Dragon Age Origins, the original campaign. And so is the Golden City blackened with each step you take in my hall. Marvel at the perfection, for it is fleeting. You brought sin to heaven and doom upon all the world. Canticle of Theronodias, 8:13.
The Chantry teaches us that it is the hubris of men which brought the Darkspawn into our world. The mages had sought to usurp heaven, but instead they destroyed it. They were cast out, twisted and cursed by their own corruption. They returned as monsters, the first of the Darkspawn. They became a blight upon the lands, unstoppable and relentless. The Dwarven kingdoms were the first to fall, and from the deep roads, the Darkspawn drove at us again and again, until finally we neared annihilation. The Grey Wardens came. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness, and prevailed. It has been 4 centuries since that victory, and we have kept our vigil. We have watched and waited for the Darkspawn to return. But those who once called us heroes have forgotten. We are few now, and our warnings have been ignored for too long. I have seen with my own eyes what lies on the horizon. Maker, help us all.
Warren says, just came back, but yeah, Dragon Age is great. I'm hype. I'm glad that you're hyped, Morn. I am too. We are in character generation. Let's go ahead and walk through this nice and leisurely. I'm assuming that a lot of the people who will be discovering either this stream or these videos, in the days and months and weeks ahead, I want to assume that they're not going to really know much about Dragon Age Origins coming into the Let's Play. So I'm going to take it nice and easy. It will be one of those 100% Let's Plays, if you will, where I do take the time to drink in the lore and information around this game. So we'll start with this. The background you select will determine which of 6 distinct opening origins you will play through. It also affects how characters respond to you throughout the game. And that was indeed something that they, BioWare, truly achieved with this game in the way of 6 very unique origin starts. We're going to choose Dwarf. Rigidly bound by caste and tradition, the Dwarves have been waging a losing war for generations, trying to protect the last stronghold of their once vast underground empire from the Darkspawn. Dwarves are very tough and have a high resistance to all forms of magic, thus preventing them from becoming mages. Their racial benefits is a +1 to strength, +1 to dexterity, +2 to constitution, and 10% chance to resist hostile magic. Lemon Pledge Total War, thank you for dropping by. You say DM starting early 2 days in a row at morn. This is true. I'm starting an hour earlier here. I was actually just thinking of you, Lemon Pledge. I think you are about to start your stream, your Warhammer 2 stream shortly, aren't you? And I don't know how long you intend to go tonight. I'm probably not going to, be playing Dragon Age Origins for hours and hours. So I'm looking forward to transferring over and catching a video stream live when you do get around to it. And I hope your first day of work went well. I understand that you got some training to get through. My heart is with you, my friend. All right, so we've settled on Warrior. On Dwarf as our race. We're going to choose to be male. Any unique flavor text here? Men and women in Ferelden are generally regarded as equals. Both genders are evenly represented in most organizations, noble houses, and military forces. That sounds good. We're going to go and pick our class. We can either be a rogue or a warrior. We're going to choose warrior for our class. Warriors are powerful fighters, focusing on melee and ranged weapons to deal with their foes. They can withstand and deliver a great deal of punishment, and have a strong understanding of tactics and strategy. Specializations for a warrior include Berserker, Templar, Champion, and Reaver. So by selecting Warrior, we're going to get a further boost to our beginning stats. We're going to get +4 Strength, +3 Dexterity, and +3 Constitution. That sounds good. Now we have to choose a background. Let's see. Lemon Pledge Total War says, I was going to start about 30 minutes ago, but it didn't work out. But work went well. Yeah, I'll be starting my stream at about 20 minutes, and we'll stream for 2 to 3 hours. Yeah, that sounds like a reasonable schedule for the working week, Lemon Pledge Total War. That's kind of my average, too, 2 to 3 hours in the evenings, just so I can get enough rest for the day ahead. And I will either catch a bit of your stream live, or certainly catch it on the replay. All right, we now have to choose our background here. Let's go ahead and Lemon Pledge, when you do start streaming, please let me know in this channel so I can at least open up your stream and have that sort of playing on another window of mine here. All right, so we're going to go ahead and choose our background, and this decides an enormous amount about your character and how your character exists in the world and is viewed by others, and it's the reason why you have origins in the title. These origins really shape the story of your character in Dragon Age Origins. So we can choose a dwarf commoner. I'll just read this for you. Born casteless in a land where rank is everything, bound as the lackey and thug of a local crime lord, you have spent your life invisible until chance thrusts you to the spotlight, where you can finally prove whether you'll be defined by your actions or your birth. So once again, dwarves come from a very hierarchical society based on your birth status, and it's very hard to sort of move up according to the family that you were first born in. Lemon Pledge Total War says, if I was single and living alone, then I'd probably work and stream for 5 to 6 hours. But my fiancé, I guess, is pretty cool too. I understand that. I understand that, sir. All right, well, check this out. Dwarf Noble. This is actually the background that I'm going to select. As the favorite child of the Dwarven King, you proudly take up your first military command, only to learn that the deadly intrigues of family and sycophants may pose a greater danger than even the battlefield. That sounds like the background that we're going to go for. We got DM Dwayne here. Hey, how are you, sir? Says, hey, Wyvern. Hey, DM Dwayne. I saw you post about your Salt March prep, I think, this evening. Thank you for sharing that in the Wyvern's Lair Discord. I appreciated that. I'm here playing Dragon Age Origins, and I'm just about to create my character here, DM Dwayne. I've chosen to be a dwarven, a dwarven warrior with a noble background. That is what I've selected here. Let's go ahead and just get rid of the beard for now, so we can. Sorry, let's get rid of the beard. There we go. And let's also get rid of the hair. And let's take a look at our presets. What can we? Oh, sorry. The presets are such. Okay, we don't. We'll just go back to hair, beard, and hair. There we go. Let's mess around with our skin. All right. Oh, skin complexion. All right. So first of all, let's go back to over here, and we can change our complexion so we can be very youthful looking, or we can be very old. Let's do that, because I am planning to play a bit of an evil authoritarian type character in this Let's Play. DM Dwayne says, just finished up my stream. Well, I hope, how did your stream go? Was it an adventure? Morn says, dwarf without beard looks cursed. He does indeed. So yeah, I do want a sinister looking character. I imagine that I'm going to play a very cruel dwarf, a power hungry dwarf that wants to protect the lineage of the Idukins. That's the clan that I'm born into. So I want to have a very sinister sort of appearance to me. That with the shadows in my sunken eyes, I think that looks pretty eerie. Let's get my skin tone going here too. We got a choice of very dark or kind of palish. We'll go with the palish look. Tattoos are something that dwarf commoners tend to have, so I'm probably going to forego getting a tattoo for this character. Now we can take a look at our hair. I imagine my dwarven noble here, as a military commander, probably has well, you know what? We don't want to look too. What's the right word? We want to have a kind of noble-looking appearance to us. We don't want to look like a common thug if possible. All right, that looks good. Let's take a look at the beard we can get. That's not bad, actually. That's not bad. We could rock out these braids. That sort of conveys that highly aggressive. Oops, that's actually the hair color. Let's take a look at what we got here. We want something fearsome if possible. DM Dwayne says, adventure prep. Celestian dropped in. Oh, very cool, man. I'm glad the Celestian's around. I hope he's well. Lemon Pledge Total War says, that's going in the grudge book for sure. Like GOT style when a Dothraki cuts their haircut when they lose. Yeah, for sure. Morn says, at DM Dwayne, you're Prometheus, right? I was there for a while lurking. That is correct. DM Dwayne is, in fact, Prometheus and a longtime member of the Wyvern's Lair. Going back to when I had time to actually run Dungeons and Dragons modules. So we give ourselves black hair. Eyebrow color. Yeah, we want black too there. That sounds good. I'm just not satisfied with the hair look. You know what? Yeah, we'll go. Let's see what we have here. I like that. I do. Let's see. We got that short ponytail. Long one. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with the military commander look. So I imagine that I would have those braided back in that kind of fierce Dothraki style as Lemon Pledge was describing. Let's work on our beard a bit. Let's see if we can find something that could sort of match the character that we're hoping to convey here. Haha, no. Possibly. It just looks a little strange. I don't know how I feel about that particular beard style. That looks a little funny. This could pass, I guess. So tough, because I'm going to be staring at this face for a very long time, so I got to make sure that I'm satisfied with, you know, the appearance that I chose here. That actually looks kind of good, I guess. Yeah, it's a pretty majestic dwarven beard I got going. Or I could just, you know, just roll with a braid look. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do braids up top and braids for my beard. Let's see, Deanne Dwayne says, yes, at Morn, thanks for coming by. I did not realize my sound was off until 20 minutes in. I just picked up Dragon Age for Xbox 360 at GameStop. There you go. And Deanne Dwayne, don't feel bad about not realizing you had your sound off. That's actually happened to me before. And Morn, in fact, was the one to cue me into the fact that I had myself muted in the middle of my stream. Thank you again for that, Morn. I haven't forgotten. See what we got in the way of eyebrows. Nope. Kind of like that. That looks good. I can roll with that. Eye shape. Let's take a look at eye shape. That looks good. I like the almond eyes. Surprised eyes. Oh, that's kind of sinister too. That's kind of like that's a pretty sinister look there. Cold stare. Okay, we're not going to mess around there. Nose shape. We'll mess around with the nose shape a little bit. That looks good. I'm happy with that. Mouth, we can't really tweak the mouth of the dwarf, so we'll skip that. Ears, neck thickness. Yeah, we'll give you a nice bull's neck there. Or what happens if I do that? There we go. That looks good. All right, we got our look sorted out. Our portrait. Let's work on our expression here. Actually, let's first of all move this a little that way, a little bit this way. That looks good. Maybe a little bit even more like that. There we go. And we can change that out the background. Let's see, what do we got for the background going? What kind of color do we want? I like that. That looks good. We can look down a little bit more. We can also change our expression. Let's give ourselves something fierce. There we go. Now we're cooking with gas. That's kind of a good expression of the character that I want. Let's take a look at the eye color very quickly. Let's see what we got here in the way of eye color. I like those green eyes. They kind of stand out well against the face. We're going to keep that. Next up, we got the voice.
Greetings.
We're going to choose violent, of course. Steering Shadows Wolf says, "What the hell?" Exclamation mark. All right, we have our noble dwarven warrior set up. For the name, we're going to keep the canon name of Durin Idukin. Usually I call my characters DM Wyvern, but I don't know. I think that DM and Wyvern, and the fact that I actually do have a family story tied into this last name of, you know, a dwarf coming from the lineage of Idukin dwarven kings from Ozamar, I'm not going to want to change that. But no, I'm excited. I think that our character is ready, and we are going to take our first step into the world of Dragon Age Origins. Oh, just kidding. We're going to invest in our attributes. We're going to dump everything into strength because for the character that I'm envisioning, we're going to be playing a two-handed damage dealer. We're just going to want to pump absolutely everything we can in the way of attributes into our strength, which measures the character's physical prowess and directly affects the damage a character deals in physical combat. It also contributes to the accuracy of melee attacks. High strength is essential for warriors, in particular if they wish to wield two-handed weapons, and is nearly as critical for rogues. So we're going to go ahead and rock out that. Alright, we got points to spend. We're going to put everything that we have into combat expertise. So it reads as such. The character has completed basic combat training. Warriors and rogues gain access to first-tier weapon talents. Alright. The second tier reads, Warriors and rogues gain access to second-tier weapon talents, as well as a bonus to stamina regeneration. And for our third pick here, the character has seen more battles than even a seasoned soldier, and gains a small bonus to attack. Warriors and rogues gain access to third-tier weapon talents. And so that's what we're going to pick for our skills. We're going to move on from here, and we got 2 points to spend. We're going to want to get to Indomitable as fast as we can. Let's see. Activation 44. Cooldown. Sunder and Pommel Strike. And Sunder Armor. Alright, sorry, I had to step away for a brief moment there. We are going to go with Pommel Strike, and let's see. Through sheer force of will, the character remains in control in the battlefield, gaining a slight increase to attack damage while being immune to stun or knockdown effects for the duration of this mode. That's actually like key, really key to two-handed build. So we're gonna select that. Let's see. And then we're gonna grab Sunder Arms when we can, I think. I think that looks good. Pommel Strike and Indomitable. Or we want Pommel Strike and Mighty Blow. You know what? I'll take Mighty Blow. Why not? Alright, we have our character sorted out. In we go. So, yeah, this is our initial setup for our warrior. We're just going to take Pommel Strike. Instead of going for the fatal attack on an enemy expects, the player strikes out with the weapon's blunt end, knocking the opponent to the ground, unless it passes a physical resistance check. And Mighty Blow, the character puts extra weight and effort behind a single strike, gaining a bonus to attack. If it hits, the blow deals critical damage and imposes a penalty to movement speed, unless the target passes a physical resistance check. That sounds good. In we go. We're going to play at hard difficulty, and it reads as such. This setting provides a considerably greater challenge than normal difficulty. To prevail against more aggressive enemy AI, you will need to make sophisticated use of tactical pausing, as well as clever combinations of spells and talents. Friendly fire damage is no longer scaled down, and your party will not heal as easily. Enemies will inflict more damage, be encumbered by status effects for shorter durations, and demonstrate greater resistance to various damage types. And yeah, that is the setting we're going to go with. We're going to go with hard and dive in.
Deep beneath the Frostback Mountains sits Ozamar, the larger of two known remaining dwarven cities in the world. Orzammar was once the seat of a major empire connected by tunnels called Deep Roads, which stretched thousands of miles. The city now stands alone, cut off from the rest of the dwarven ancestral lands by the Darkspawn incursion. Secure in Orzammar's impregnable construction, the Dwarven Noble houses continue their centuries-old power struggles. Assassination and blackmail are commonplace, but the appearance of honor is paramount. You are the second child of King Endren of House Aeducan, the 9th Aeducan ruler elected by the Noble Assembly. You grew up in a world rife with political intrigue, and have struggled against brothers and cousins for honor and prestige. Today, a feast celebrates your first military commission, the opening move towards real power in the ever-changing game of dwarven politics.
Greetings, my lord. You are dressed and ready. Excellent. I couldn't find the armor's matching dagger, but I scrounged up a rather fancy longsword. Do you wish to wear your shield to the noble's feast?
All right. Yes. Let them see me as a warrior.
Of course, if every other noble has a shield and 3 swords, you'll feel awfully underdressed.
You forget your place. I am not to be mocked. I'm going to, once again, take every opportunity to roleplay an absolute ass in this particular playthrough of Dragon Age Origins.
I'm sorry, my lord. The festivities put me in an odd mood.
That's no reason to forget your rank.
No, of course not. Moving on to the business at hand. The king expects you to make an appearance at the feast, but there's no rush. The noble family heads will spend hours boring your father with petitions and petty grievances.
What of my brothers?
Out and about. I saw them on my way here, browsing the shops. As part of the celebrations, permits have been auctioned off to members of the merchant caste who wish to sell wares in the Diamond Quarter. Lord Harimot has also opened up the provings for young warriors to test their mettle before tomorrow's battle. Perhaps we should go show them what single combat is really all about. And by we, I mean you. I'll practice my cheering.
Let's see. Why don't you want to fight the provings, Gorham?
You remember last year's open proving? It took your father's smith 6 hours to remove my helmet. I'm not meant for single combat. I fight as my lord's second in shield. That's enough for me.
The proving sounds appealing. Let's go have a look.
Right behind you, my lord. The day is ours until the feast.
All right, we got Styric saying definitely mighty blow, and Morin says some of the dialogue is cut off at the bottom. Unfortunately, I am having issues with OBS as far as recording this particular Let's Play. Morin, I'm going to have to do some stuff off screen at some point, but for now, I do believe you will be missing out on some of that text below, but hopefully that's not going to detract too much from your enjoyment of what I'm doing here. I will try and fix that at the soonest opportunity. Okay, we got a new codex entry, Orzammar Politics and Dwarven Faith and Noble's Feast. My God, we got a lot of stuff going on here. Let's take a look. All right, let's take a look at Orzammar Politics. As dangerous as it is to mistake a dwarf's caste, it is far more deadly to mistake his alliance among the noble houses of Orzammar. Everyone in the city is allied with someone, whether by blood or by word. The nobles do not engage directly in commerce themselves, as that is the domain of the merchant caste, but they do serve as patrons. They invest in shops or in artisans' work, and in turn reap a share of the profits as well as a measure of the credit. Merchants and warriors alike benefit from the service of a prestigious patron. The relative power of each house is ever-changing. It is usually safe to assume that whichever noble house holds the throne is at the top of the heap, but below that, things grow into a tangled mess. Houses ally with one another by marriage. They earn rank and prestige when combatants loyal to them or form their own bloodlines win provings. They earn it when artisans they patronize become sought after or well regarded, or when the merchants they invest in become successful. The degrees of power that these achievements confer is so murky, even to the dwarves, that it isn't unusual for nobles to challenge each another to provings over whose smith forges better belt buckles, or whose servants have the best manners. Nor is it out of the ordinary to find two merchants arguing over whose noble patron has won the most acclaim, for the rank of patron is the rank of the client. Nowhere is this more apparent than in the assembly, where the deshers, representatives of each noble house, meet. Although the king technically rules over Ozamar, kings are elected by the assembly, and so each king must work constantly to maintain the support of the deshers. Kings who prove unpopular find their heirs deemed unacceptable to inherit the throne. Power then passes to another house. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, the Travels of Chantry Scholar Brother Javinti. We also have Dwarven Faith here. We are the children of the stone. She supports us, shelters us, offers us the most precious gifts of the earth. The worthy return to her embrace in death, becoming ancestors. The unworthy are cast out, unable to rest, that their failings may not weaken the stone. So it has been since the earliest memories. We live by the stone, guided by the ancestors, who speak with the voice of the provings, and whose memories the Shaperette keeps forever in lyrium. We do not accept the empty promises of heaven as the wild elves do, or vie for the favor of absent gods. Instead, we follow in the footsteps of our paragons, the greatest of our ancestors, warriors, craftsmen, leaders, the greatest examples of lives spent in service to our fellow dwarves. Our paragons joined with the stone in life, and now stand watch at our gate, ushering in those surfacers privileged to visit our city. We know there is no greater honor to hope for, no better reward for an exceptional life, as told by Shaper Sizbor. All right, and we have a note. Let's see. Feast day gifts. Okay, we can ignore that. Feast day pranks. We can also ignore that. Great. We have a journal entry here from the Pride of Iduken. And it is called the Noble's Feast. Visit the merchants or watch the provings. Your father, King Indrin, has arranged for a feast to celebrate your appointment as Ozamar's newest commander. However, you have several hours before your father will be ready to present you to the other nobles. You may visit the merchants who have set up shop in the Diamond Quarter, or watch the provings that are being held in your honor. The provings are one tier down from the Diamond Quarter in the Commons. Alright, and premium content, Sulters Pass, we can ignore that for now. Warren says, okay, just making sure you knew. Thank you so much, Warren, I appreciate that. Let's go into the chest and see what we can get here. We'll take all this stuff. And so I am playing, for those of you wondering, I'm playing the Grand Old Games, or Good Old Games version of Dragon Age Origins, the Ultimate Edition that you can buy in the GOG store. And the unique thing about the GOG version of Dragon Age Origins over the Steam version is the fact that all the DLC, including all the Collector's Edition items, are rolled into this particular game. You don't have that with the Steam version, which is why I decided to sort of play off my GOG account of the game here. So, for example, the Fomori Tome and the Grimoire of the Frozen Wastes, these are both items that came with the original Collector's Edition, which I once owned. So let's go ahead and read Grimoire of the Frozen Wastes. And these pages are hundreds of harrowing tales describing how the barbarians of the Frozen Wastes, far north of Ortland, survive in their icy homeland. The authors hope their stories will help readers in their times of need, or at the least prove entertaining. Alright. Use. This tome gives the reader one or more points to spend on attributes. We're going to go ahead and use it. We're also going to use the Fomori Tome here. Fomori are known for rigorous dedication to the pursuit of knowledge. This manual, one of the more popular Fomori texts, contains a wide variety of insight to skills and knowledge. We're going to go ahead and use that too. Tome of Skill and Sundry has been used. Now we're going to use the Grimoire of the Frozen Wastes, Tome of the Immortal Vessel, and now we can go ahead and level up. So we can put 3 additional points into Strength, and we can finally cap out on our Master Combat training that reads, the character is highly experienced in combat and gains small bonuses to armor and attack. Warriors and rogues gain access to top tier weapon talents. Alright, we're going to go ahead and take that. Next to that basically is all we can do there. We got Indiana Whip in chat saying, hi Indiana, good to see you here, I hope you're well. Let's see, we have one ring that we can slot here. Let's see what we want to put there. We got the Band of Fire, +3 con, the Dalish ring, additional health regeneration combat. We're going to be making use of a lot of stamina. We're not going to have much in the way of stamina, so we're going to take that. We're going to use the Wicked Oath, and then let's take a look at what we have in the way of medallions. Let's see, +5 regeneration. No, I think we're gonna keep the Pearl of the Anointed. Let's see, can we inspect it? Oh yeah, we can. We can inspect these things. The Wicked Oath. Countess Lucinia of Antivia lived as a virtual prisoner in her husband's castle until an elven slave offered her a way out. The slave magically bound a small amount of the Countess's blood into a ring in return for a promise of freedom. The Countess agreed, and the Count was found stabbed soon afterwards, this ring lying beside him. Neither Lucinia nor the slave were seen again. And this wearing the Wicked Oath is going to give me +1 armor penetration, +1 stamina regeneration in combat, and +10% critical and backstab damage. Great. We're also using the Lucky Stone. This old stone, set in a golden ring, has been an aid and companion to dozens of adventurers across innumerable years. Its trip to Ferelden was long and convoluted. Some say it has a life of its own. And we're going to be rocking the Pearl of the Anointed. This amulet was torn from the neck of Emperor Cordelius Dracon of Orlais, the Anointed, during one of the many battles he fought to spread the chant throughout Thedas. We're going to have +1 to all attributes and increase our monetary gain. Yeah, that sounds good. We got Ambrel's Many Pockets, which is giving us a resistance bonus here. I don't think we have anything. We got the Guildmaster's Belt. +3 cunning, +5% chance to dodge attacks. Increases monetary gain. We're going to go with the Guildmaster's Belt, actually. Let's take a look at this. Most peasants despise the Guildmasters of Denerim for growing fat off their labors, quite literally. In the case of this belt's former owner, who could have stood to lose a pound or two. Alright, so we're going to +3 cunning. We're going to get +3 cunning, +5% chance to dodge attacks, and increases monetary gain. So we're going to hang on to that. We're wearing the Lion's Paws. Let's go ahead and read this too. Lady Rosamond, an infamous outlaw of the Kokari Wilds, wore these regal boots. Through clever ambushes and surprising tactics, she spent decades preying on merchants and eluding the King's Guard, until one day she simply disappeared. Some still brave the wilds in search for a hidden hoard of treasure. And that's going to give us +1 armor, +10% chance to dodge attacks, and chance to avoid missile attacks. Not bad. Certainly better than anything else we could be wearing at the moment. And finally, our last unique item here is Helm of the Deep. Let's give this a look. There is a legend amongst the dwarves of the Legion of the Dead that, 3 centuries ago, a commander of Legion came across the body of a legionnaire wearing a helmet inscribed with delirium. He took it and died nobly, and then his body was found years later by another commander, and so forth. For generations, the helm is said to be a sign of an honorable death for the lucky dwarf who stumbles across it. And wearing it, we're going to get +2 to Constitution, +10 to Mental Resistance, and +10 to Physical Resistance. Alright. Just make sure we're not making Band of Fire, +1 to all attributes. I wonder. How much stamina would I get for wearing this? Huh. It doesn't change? Let me double check that. Band of Fire. Didn't change significantly, did it? Nope, didn't. Alright. And finally, we're going to go ahead and use a maul. I'm going to switch that out. Does this have a description? Maker, is this thing ever heavy? Styrish Shadow Wolf says, hello, Indiana Whip, and at me, you should join the Legion of the Dead. Oh, absolutely. What a badass group of dwarves those guys are. All right, thank you for bearing with me as I went through my starting inventory here. Let's take a look around, see if there's anything else we can inspect here in our quarters in the Palace of Ozamar. Let's see what we got here. I just love how the graphics have, for the most part, aged very well. We got a new codex entry, Ozamar Chapter 1. The memories tell us that our kingdoms once reached far beneath the mountains, and that the Thags were almost beyond counting. Kal Sharok was the capital then, home to all the noble houses, and Ozamar was simply home of the miner and smith castes. It was with the Tevinter Imperium that things changed. Paragon Garrel moved the seat of power to Ozamar to more closely oversee the trade that began with the surface. It seemed that our people were entering a new age of prosperity. The memories hold no explanations for the coming of the Darkspawn, only questions. At first, they were rumors, noises in the deep roads, a lost traveler here and there. The warrior caste sent men to patrol the road and thought the matter settled. We did not know that while we searched for them, they were engaged in a search for their own. Sleeping deep in the stone itself was the archdemon. They found him and awakened him, and the blight began. The Darkspawn poured out of the deep roads like smoke, and the warrior caste struggled to hold them back. Countless Thags were lost in that first blight, but as ever, in the worst moments of our need, a paragon arose. Paragon Idukan led the defense of Ozamar, and the Dark Horde was beaten back. The cost of victory, however, was great. Much of the deep roads were sealed to hold back the Darkspawn, cutting off Thags and even whole cities forever. Ozamar as a kingdom, as told by Shaper Sizbor. Styric Shadow Wolf says, I always thought the name Ozamar really resembled Ogamar from World of Warcraft. Hey, I actually hadn't put that together. It could have been a slight nod to, game devs who were addicted to Warcraft when they designed the Dwarven kingdom and culture for Dragon Age Origins here. Oh, I'm back in my freaking quarters. I got turned around. I got lost. Alright, let's head down this way. Let's also drop a save, just in case. I don't want to have to do all this again. Do these guards have anything to say? Let's talk to them.
I am proud to serve the Idukans.
He's proud to serve the
I am at your
Idukans,
service.
and he is at my service, just the way I like it. What do we got here? We have Trian's room, this way. And it's locked. I don't think I can get there, can I? Yep, locked. Styric Shadow Wolf says, that's what I thought too. Alright, we had someone come out and run back into her room the moment she saw me. Let's go find out why. It's a mistress.
I'm sorry. I thought you were Prince Balin coming down the hall. Forgive me.
Who are you?
It seems she's one of your brother Balin's newest, companions. Prince Balin is attending the feast being held in Lord Idukan's honor.
Yes, of course. It was presumptuous of me to think that he would return to... I am sorry. I will show myself out with your leave, my lord.
Gorham, tell her she may take her leave of me. Once again, as a arrogant son of the king, I don't address people beneath my rank directly.
Go.
Thank you. I will go now.
Styric Shadow Wolf says, this is another one of my most favorite of series. You have good taste, Styric. Dragon Age Origins is an exquisite game. Honestly, it hasn't been rivaled in the Dragon Age series since. It was such an incredible achievement. Alright, we got a Dwarven Merchant spell, which increases monetary gain. We'll go ahead and take that. We can give that a quick read since, might as well. What does this say? Hidden in the lining of this belt are pockets for keeping coin, perfect for concealing money from cup purses. Alright. And I don't think we have anything else in this person's room. Oh, wait, we do. Can I highlight interactables? I can. Oh, look at that. I didn't realize that. Let me go back into my own quarters and see if I missed anything. There we go. Let's
I am at your
see.
service.
This is my quarter, right? No, is this it? Is this my quarter? I think it is. Yes, it is. Alright, so we have a crystal here, and we got the bust of King Endrin. Let's take a look at the crystal. This crystal contains the image of the city of Ozamar. Let's take a look at it. The dwarves are lauded for their craftsmanship, and the city of Ozamar is one of their finest works. Ozamar lies at the heart of the Frostback Mountains, deep underground. The city arcs outward from the royal palace, which is built around a natural lava vent, continually fountaining liquid rock, which both lights and heats the entire cavern. The topmost tier of Ozamar is home to the noble caste, with their palaces spanning out in both directions from the court of the king, as well as the Shaperate, which serves as the repository for all dwarven knowledge. The lower tier is the commons, where the merchant caste holds sway, and where the finest works of Ozamar's craftsmen are for sale. In the center of the river of lava, connected to the commons by a causeway, are the proving grounds, a sacred arena where the dwarves, by ancient tradition, settle their disputes. On one side of the fiery river are the ruins of old dwarven palaces fallen into disrepair, which the locals call Dust Town, now home to the city's casteless. On the other side of the river are the deep roads, which once joined the sprawling dwarven empire together, but now, after centuries of darkspawn incursion, are largely sealed off. Nearly all of the knowledge of this network of underground passages has been lost, even to its builders. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Genetivi, I believe his name is. Alright, what do we got here? We have a bust of King Endrin. Let's take a look. Alright, let's see what we got here. King Endrin Iduken. Denial of the traditions of our people does not qualify as a political technicality. Endrin of House Iduken traces his ancestry back to the Paragon Iduken, the greatest warrior of Ozamar's history, who beat back the Darkspawn hordes in the First Blight. The second son of King Ansgar Iduken, he became heir after his elder brother died in a proving. The most respected king in 4 generations, he restored contact with Kal Sharok, the only other remaining city of the once vast dwarven empire, which had been lost during the First Blight. Now, I just love the lore of the dwarves in Dragon Age Origins. I mean, they are not like... They're not your Forgotten Realm dwarves. I mean, these are a dying race of incredibly dangerous and tough and strong people. There's a great melancholy to the
Watch over you, my lord.
to the culture of indeed this overall story of the dwarves in Dragon Age Origins that I find greatly appealing. This idea of an entire race fighting a losing battle against the Darkspawn Blight that flourishes underground. Let's take a look at this letter.
Now's better than later.
A letter from Rika. My dearest Prince Balin, you were too kind to me. I am a small and insignificant thing, and I do not deserve your attention. But your willingness to tolerate my presence shows you to be a prince among men. I cannot thank you enough for the beautiful necklace you presented me. I will cherish it always, and I promise I will wear it at our next meeting. I know my gratitude means nothing to you, but I must say again, thank you. I will always be your humble and devoted servant. Yours truly, R. We got a pile of books. House Iduken, Shield of Ozamar. Oh, I love that name. The Assembly has never named a paragon with so little disagreement as there was for Paragon Iduken. No naysayers, only a single abstention. His worthiness was unquestionable, his favor with the ancestors clear. But family rumor says that the man himself was deeply troubled, prone to fits of melancholy and self-doubt, never satisfied with his great achievement in protecting Ozamar. He died cursing that he had not managed to save the outlying Thags. Before he rose to Paragon, he was of little note. The memories tell us that he never entered a single proving, never sought to elevate his place among the warrior caste. He spent most of his years prior to the First Blight fighting skirmishes in the deep roads, keeping them free from surface bandits, content to live quietly with his wife and daughters. When the Blight began, it caught Ozamar in the midst of a vicious inter-house war. Most of the warrior caste was caught up in the feuding, for as word of attacks poured in, each great house demanded that the army be sent to defend their Thag, and no house would agree to sacrifice their own holdings for the safety of any others. The assembly was so utterly tied up with the infighting that the Darkspawn spread unchecked to the gates of Ozamar herself. In the chaos, Idukin grudgingly took command of the armies. He enlisted the aid of the mining caste to collapse overrun passages, called upon the smith caste to supply them with arms, and bypassed the assembly and the nobles entirely. With his leadership, Ozamar was saved from annihilation. For his insubordination, he was made paragon. Yet he always considered it a defeat. From A History of King Idukin, Paragon King, Peacemaker, by scholar Gertic. Styric Shadowwolf says, yep, they are the first defense against the Darkspawn. Sir, you probably were one of the paragons of Ozamar in another life, I imagine. Just from me talking with you about your life and your interests, I suspect you have a dash of Ozamar about you. Alright, and I mean that as a compliment, for sure. Because these guys, these are badass dwarves, for sure. Let's drop another save. I'm a little wary about my game. It's a little choppy, Wonder why. Maybe OBS? I can't quite figure it out. Let's see. Locked. Royal Guards. Do they have anything new?
No sign of trouble here. Congratulations on being named commander, my lord.
Thank you. What do you have to say? Servant.
Ancestors watch over you, my lord.
Thank you. Anything to spot? Oh, we got a servant here, but I can't highlight. Okay, we will make our way out of here. Lots to look at. We got a royal guard.
Congratulations on being named commander, my lord.
Thank you. Let's talk to the noble here.
I went to watch the provings. Most exciting.
So that way is to the feast. We don't want to go there just yet. We still have some stuff to do outside of the palace here. Let's talk to this noble.
Tomorrow will bring much glory.
I agree. Anything more from the royal guard?
I'm at your service.
I'm at your service. We got a noble here.
I know you will do House Idukin proud.
Thank you. Styric Shadowwolf says it's possible. I took it as one. When I explain my name, you will understand more. Now I'm intrigued. I'd love to know more about your handle, why you chose it, and the history around it, if you would be so inclined to share one day, Styric. Obviously, when you're comfortable, when you feel like I deserve to know. Life in Ozamar. Let's read this. The dwarves of Ozamar are quite unlike those found in most human cities. Although Ozamar derives its vast wealth from trade with human kingdoms, all dwarves who come to the surface to trade are stripped of their position in society. Dwarven merchants are so ubiquitous in human cities that many people labor under the impression that all dwarves are merchants, or that their whole race worship coin and trade. But these surface dwarves are atypical creatures, the ones willing to give up all ties to their kin and sacrifice their rank in order to conduct business. Below ground, the dwarves are a people obsessed with honor, their own and that of their family. Most nobles incorporate chainmail even into formal gowns, because slights and insults often turn deadly. They are a people who revere excellence and strive to achieve it in all things. Even members of the servant caste have been elevated to paragons, usually posthumously, in recognition of remarkable service. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar, by Brother Genetivi. Alright.
Your father has allowed the merchants to show their wares in the Diamond Quarter during these celebrations.
Alright. So lots to take a look at here. Let's start over here with...
Sure, we can work this out reasonably. It's in the records. There's nothing I can do.
Seems to be an argument here. Any more dialogue from these guys? Nope.
Please, Master Volney. My work is accredited by the Shaper.
These books are lies written by the enemies of House Volney.
I write only what I find in the ancient records. Lord Iduken, you can vouch for my work, can't you? Your father loved my History of Iduken, Paragon King, Peacemaker.
Gorham, did this scholar truly have my father's favor?
The king, as well as several other lords, are quite fond of his work. He writes of the ancient paragons.
This worm has written a book that slanders my house.
That's a serious charge.
He deserves to die for what he has written of Paragon Volney.
Tell me what it says, scholar.
My work tells the stories of all those raised paragons in the last 500 years. When the Assembly names a paragon, that man or woman is then, by definition, everything one can aspire to be in the world. They form their own noble houses and are revered as living ancestors. But paragons start off as men.
Volney was more than a man.
What was Iduken like before he was a paragon?
Iduken was much loved, but he was still a man. He was plagued by melancholy, and his fervor regarding Orzamar's safety bordered on obsession. When Iduken was proposed as a paragon, only one lord in the assembly objected. The others savagely hacked him to death. Iduken's motion passed without a single dissenting vote.
Unlike Volney, is that what you mean, old man?
Volney became a paragon by the narrowest margin in history. One vote. A vote mired in rumors of intimidation, intrigue, and outright bribery. The records of that vote are kept in the Shaperate and are a matter of fact. Not liking history doesn't make it any less true.
So I err on he has the favor of my father. And I think that is in fact what's most important here, is protecting the fact that this scholar is in favor of House Iduken. I don't necessarily owe this particular Dwarf Noble my support, or I don't need to sort of provide him an excuse to remove a scholar that's valuable for our particular house. So I'm going to say the scholar is right.
You're taking his side? What if he published a book like this about your paragon Iduken?
Let's see. Styric says, I can't ever figure out how to get my mic working in Discord. Styric says, yeah, I can't see any of the dialogue choices, but as long as you're saying your choice, I suppose it doesn't matter. Alright, I'll read out the choices just so you get an idea of what's on the table here. I can say, Iduken was a great man. The truth is more important than your pride. Shut up now, Brunton. You're right, the truth is less important than reputation. I'm going to tell him to shut up now. Shut up now, Brunton.
Do not order me about like some low-caste peon. This is not finished.
That fool has no idea how weak his house is or how low he sits in it. Shall I have him killed, my lord?
Let's see. So that noble lord just threatened me, a prince of the Iduken lineage. And I'm going to read out my choices here. What do you think, scholar? Yes, and see that everyone knows why he died. Do, but make it look like an accident. And he's not worth a blade. Leave him be. I'm going to say yes, and see that everyone knows why he died. No one insults an Iduken and lives.
Understood.
You've shown yourself more daring and aggressive today than most believed of you. Someday I hope to write of the great exploits you are sure to perform.
Word has been sent. He won't live past the hour.
You've shown House Iduken a friend to research, history, and the glory of our people.
So this scholar had just thanked me for my aid here, but really I didn't do it for him. I did it for my house. Here are the responses I can choose. Carry on with your work, scholar. You'll remember this when you write of me. It was mostly to put Brunton in his place, or perhaps a sign of your gratitude is in order. There's nothing he can give me that I actually want. I'm going to say carry on with your work, scholar.
Of course. I have much to document and organize. Good day, Your Highness. And thank you.
Direct Shadow will say, shut up is usually a good response. I agree. Especially to an uppity Dwarven Noble who forgets who he's talking to.
I'm at your service.
Alright, let's move on down here. Let's see what we got. Ozarmar Guard.
No sign of trouble here.
Good, we got a merchant.
The finest in home decorations!
Alright, finest in the home of decorations. We got a Dwarven Noble.
Looks like the noble hunters are out in force, my lord.
Did you see those noble hunters? Shameful.
I wonder what they're referring to when they say noble hunters.
Enjoying the festivities so far?
Quite.
But that's not what I meant, my
Have you
lord.
heard about tomorrow's assault on the Darkspawn burrows?
Who hasn't?
They say they are going to strike a blow at the Horde, but rumor has it they are actually searching for Bronca.
The Paragon? Why search? The ancestors have risen her up to join them.
You don't think she's still out there?
Impossible.
They're talking about this foray into the deep roads and a search for a lost Paragon, Paragon Bronca.
Congratulations on being named commander.
A Dwarven Noble here.
The Darkspawn will surely run in fear from you, my lord.
Some more praise from a noble. We got a silk merchant here.
My lord Iduken, you honor me by visiting my humble booth. May I show you my wares?
Gorham. So this guy just addressed me, and I usually don't address people beneath my rank. I have the following responses. Of course, good merchant. You have something I want. Gorham, why is this man speaking to me and not interested? I'm going to choose Gorham. Why is this man speaking to me?
Because he has forgotten his place.
1,000 pardons. Please, forgive me, your highness.
This looks to be mostly fabrics from the human lands. These merchants form alliances with those who have abandoned our ways to live on the surface.
We trade our good steel and stone for this.
It's a shame, I agree. Perhaps we should get going.
Alright. Talk to this merchant here.
Nothing beats a good set of steel cutlery.
Yeah, and for those of you wondering, I mean, this is how a computer role-playing game gets the flavor and gets the atmosphere that elevates a game like Dragon Origins into a classic. Like, I love the fact that, you know, you can sort of carve out the personality of your character through these dialogue choices and through the people that you meet along the way. Okay, we have Prince Trian Iduken and Prince Balin Iduken, my family, in front of me. Let's see, do they have a prompt? Let's see if they begin talking. They were talking.
Our
Never
follow,
mind.
big brother. How surprising to run into you out among the common folk.
Especially since duty requires that you attend our King Father at the feast today. Have you so little respect for him to disregard his wishes on a day set aside for you?
Lord Harimot told me we wouldn't be needed for hours at least.
Silence! If I want the opinion of my siblings second, I will ask for it.
Yes, Your Highness.
So I can respond in the following ways. I will go to the feast right now, Trian. Don't speak to Gorham like that. I go where I want, when I want, Trian. And Balin, help me out here. I'm going to choose response number 3. I go where I want, when I want, Trian.
Your lack of a sense of duty to your house is obvious. I can't imagine why you are receiving a commission. I expect after tomorrow I'll spend much time apologizing to the heads of the noble houses for the deaths of their children under your incompetent command.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it, Trian?
As heir to the throne, it is my duty to impart wisdom and judgment upon those who need it. Now then, you, get to the feast.
Right, so here he is trying to order me around again. Response number 1 is, yes, brother. Number 2 is I'll go when I'm ready. 3, it's cute how you think you can order me around. And 4, kiss my ass, Trian. I'm going to say, it's cute how you think you can order me around.
I'd advise you to watch that tongue, dear sibling. Father will not live forever. Come, Balin.
And I have, so Gorham here has nothing to say to me. He's looking at me. I have the following choices. Ignore him. It's my day, not his. 2, is he means well. And finally 3, perhaps becoming king will calm Trian. Ah, interesting. I'm going to choose number 1. Ignore him. It's my day, not his.
Of course, my lord.
Alright, we got a new screenshot. What does this mean? I wonder what those screenshots mean. Stark Shadow says, oh yeah, Branka. Yes, big part of the lore here. Let's take a look at what we got here. Oh yeah, you can see the lava valley that we've been reading about, and I think we're looking at Dust Town beneath there. That is interesting. Okay, we'll go back in here. Make our way through Ozamar, talk to the guard.
I'm at your service.
Great, he's at my service. We got an armor merchant here.
My lord Iduken, nothing here rivals your amazing Iduken armor. But if you wish something made...
You know very well House Iduken has its own royal armorers.
Of course. Forgive me.
2, tell me about your pieces.
Your Highness's legendary prowess is matched only by your kindness.
Tell me about the armor you make.
I buy only the finest iron ore, and personally oversee the armor's crafting by the most skillful of the smithcasters.
All right, stop speaking now.
Yes, my lord.
Look at this piece, darling. It rivals even the work of the Paragon Smith herself.
Nonsense, woman. Your words bring shame upon our house. See how the edges are rough and pitted? Would you compare this to Branka's work? Trust a woman to speak of things she doesn't understand. Be quiet now and pray the ancestors deliver Branka back safely.
So obviously a lot of people are worried about Paragon Branka and hoping for her return. And a guard here. Oh, we got Marty and Teely.
I doubt he's up to the task. I'm not going down that road again.
Oh, I would love to end up with a red head.
Would that Sir Blackstone were a noble, Stand up straight. They're coming.
They're talking about Gorham, obviously. Teely and Marty. Let's give them a check.
What have we here? 2 handsome, strapping, noble lords. You both look so grand.
And isn't this the man of the hour, the king's son?
Who's your friend, my lord? Another noble from the honored House Iduken?
I'm going to say, this is my loyal second.
But not from a noble house, girls. Sir Gorham, warrior caste.
Oh, that's too bad. You're quite handsome.
I'm going to say the following responses. I'm better looking. Why do you care if Gorham is noble? 3, what's going on here? I'm going to choose what's going on here.
They're noble hunters, my lord. A man takes his caste from his father, and these women hope to bear a noble lord's son. If one is successful, she's raised up to concubine in the noble house to care for her child. It provides new sword arms for the house, and many nobles look favorably on such women.
Say, I'm not interested. Sounds like a good deal to me. So you girls will sleep with any noble? And 4, these women offend me, Gorham. I'm going to choose number 4. These women offend me, Gorham.
Shall I run them off?
I'm going to say, please do.
You heard the Lord. Let's go. Well, that's a bit of class back in the area. Shall we carry on?
All right. We got Dwarven Nobles here.
You honor us with your presence, Lord Iduken.
They're finding the provings in your honor. How exciting.
Got barrels to search. We got a short bow. Duster leather gloves. Huh. Take that. And a short bow. I'll take that too. All stuff we can potentially sell later. Got a merchant here.
Invest in the next great trade expedition.
Someone who runs expeditions at Royal Guard.
I am at your service.
Another merchant.
Only the freshest food for your noble table.
Weapon merchant.
Greetings, my lord Idukin. I am so honored to have you visit my booth. I have a proposition, but I dared not approach.
Yet you dare now.
I can choose. If you have something to say it quickly. It's alright, I'll hear him out. Gorham tried to be more friendly. And 4, you have nothing to offer me, scum. I'm going to say, if you have something to say it quickly.
Yes, just so. Here's the thing. What I mean to say is...
And I can choose, you're wasting my time. 2, it's alright. And 3, spit it out. I'm going to choose 3, spit it out.
Sorry. So nervous. I had a dagger made for you as a gift for your first command. Sent a messenger to deliver the dagger to you. Prince Trian had him thrown out. I don't know what offense he caused, but I had him beaten severely.
I'm going to say, well, the following responses are, I'm sure Trian had his reasons. 2, you only had the messenger beaten. 3, let me see this dagger. 4, if the prince said no, the answer is no. I'm going to say 3, let me see this dagger.
Here it is, your highness.
That's an amazing piece, merchant.
You do me much honor, sir. The blade has been crafted over a period of 2 years by masters of every art. I wish to bless the Lord's first command, and hope that someday, when he rules, he will wear it.
Trian is heir. He will rule when King Endrin returns to the stone.
If the assembly wills it. Forgive me, sir, but whispers say the second child of Endrin will be chosen.
Whispers indeed. It's a princely gift. If Trian recognizes it, though, it may send the wrong message. Or the right one, depending on your view.
Styric Shadowwolf says that sounded like a threat in reference to the conversation that I had with my brothers. And in this conversation, I had the following choices. Damn what Trian thinks, I'll take it. 2, I'll take the dagger. 3, I won't risk offending Trian. 4, this man offends the heir and my house. Kill him. I'm going to choose damn what Trian thinks. I'll take it.
Thank you. You bring uncountable honor to me.
What he means is that you'll bring uncountable gold to him if you wear that piece in public.
Alright, and we received an item. What did we receive? The noble dagger. There we go. Interesting. Let's, we got a magic merchant.
Lord Idukin, here in my booth? I am so...
He's fainted. You make quite the impression these days. Pardon, I was out of line there. I suppose we should move on.
Alright. That is a bit of comedy there. Got another merchant?
Most exotic wares in Orzammar. You bring great glory to your house, my lord.
Alright, and we are now finally approached the proving ground here. We'll drop a save in the diamond quarter. We'll talk to the royal escort.
My lord, are you heading to the proving arena?
Let's see. I'm going to choose, the following responses are as such. I was considering it. Yes, I intend to watch the provings. 3, why do you ask? 4, Gorham, I do not remember addressing this man. I'm going to choose number 4.
You are not to address the Lord Idukin and the spoken to first.
Forgive me, Sir Gorham. I meant no offense.
Back to your duties.
But sir, this is my duty. I am to escort our new commander to the proving grounds.
I clean forgot about that. Forgive me, I should have informed you sooner. The king decided you were not to travel through the commons unguarded.
The responses are very well, it will please my father. 2 is what, why? 3, I'm quite capable of walking safely to the proving. 4, ridiculous, I do not need an armed guard. I'm going to choose number 1. Very well, if it will please my father.
Will we be leaving then?
I'm going to choose yes.
We are at your command.
Alright, we got a new codex entry. Valos Atredam, in the 23rd year of the reign of King Rangan Andukin, an old man of the servant caste, was accused of stealing a sapphire ring from his employer, Lord Dace. The servant was stripped of his position, he and his family thrown to the streets, and soon after the servant died. the son of the disgraced servant challenged Lord Dace to a proving, declaring that his father had been the victim of a cruel injustice, and the ancestors would bear him witness. Lord Dace had no choice but to accept. On the sacred stone of the proving ground, the nobleman faced the servant boy. Lord Dace carried a sword crafted for his own hand, and was clad in his great-grandfather's armor. The servant boy had neither armor nor weapon. When the battle began, the boy fought like a whole pack of angry deepstalkers, flinging himself upon the startled lord, wrenching the sword from his hand, and prying at his armor with his bare fingers. The boy knocked Lord Dace to the ground, and beat him until the lord begged for mercy. The boy and his family were reinstated to their place in the Dace household, and the virtue of the boy's father was not questioned again. The ancestors had spoken, and no one would question their word. As told by Schaefer Vortag. Styric Shadowwolf says, so you're going to be loyal to your father. Yes, so basically I am going to be, like, how do I describe this? I am devoted to my father, but I'm also devoted to my own sort of ascent into power over that of my brothers. And I am a conservative when it comes to Dwarven culture and life, and a strict enforcer of Dwarven caste hierarchy. That is sort of my vision for this character that I'm role-playing. Let's talk to the Lesser Noble here.
I'd love to be in there, fighting, sweating, winning honor.
Haha. Talk to the Orzammar Guard.
Good day, Lord Iduken.
Alright, not much else here. Let's go ahead and talk to the Proving Master.
Your Highness, it is an honor to have you here. Have you come to watch these brave warriors do battle in your honor?
My following choices are such. No, not right now. No, I've come to fight. 3, I wouldn't miss it. 4, I may watch a round or 2. I'm going to say 2. No, I've come to fight.
Your Highness, this proving is in your honor.
Then honor him by doing as he says. My Lord Iduken will fight in this proving.
My responses are such. I will honor today's warriors by testing their skills. 2, all will see my glory. 3, I just need a good workout before tomorrow's battle. 4, never mind, perhaps it was a bad idea. I'm going to select 2, all will see my glory.
Of course, it is well within your rights. Men and women of Orzammar, we have a late entry to these provings, held on the eve of battle for the honor of House Iduken. I give you the Lord Iduken himself. Are you ready for your first match?
I'm going to say ready, eager, hungry.
And let us begin! This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken. Lord Iduken will fight, and there Bimo, youngest son of Lord Bimo.
You honor me with this match.
So I can say the honor is mine, be on your guard, I'll honor you upside the head, and save it and fight. Styric Shadowwolf says fight. Oh my god, this game is so cool. Let's do it. Let's save it, and I'm gonna say save it and fight.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
So let's take a look at what we got here. First up is Pommel Strike. And then Mighty Blow. There we go.
Let's see what you're made of.
And that's it. Oh. There we go. Easily done.
The winner is Lord Iduken.
I know. I will be right back. Let me just go ahead and share socials here. I'll be right back into the adventure in just a moment. Styric Shadow Wolf says, "I'll honor you upside your head." Yeah, I know that's a really great. I was tempted to pick that too, but I just don't imagine myself having that kind of humor. This character of mine. There we go. All right. I've gotten some additional word out about the stream. Let's dive into our next fight, shall we?
That was quite a fight. Alair Bimo is no slouch with that hammer. Are you ready for your next opponent?
I can ask, who is my next opponent? 2, yes. 3, I'll tear her apart. 4, I could use a rest. And I ask, who is my next opponent?
Helmi, a woman, Your Highness. She's a tenacious fighter.
Let's see. I can choose, I'll fight anyone. 2, you let a woman fight in the proving in my honor. 3, I need to rest before I fight again. I'm going to choose number 2. You let a woman fight in the proving in my honor.
It was not my idea. Lady Helmi was most insistent. I did not expect her to actually win her first match. Will you fight her?
I can choose if I have to. 2, why not? Should be easy. 3, no, I'm done with this proving. 4, yes, but I must rest first. I'm going to choose number 2. Why not? Should be easy.
Excellent. Let us go. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken. Lord Iduken will fight Adal Helmi, eldest daughter of Lady Helmi.
Honor and glory to your house, Your Highness.
My responses are, there's no honor in fighting a woman. 2, and to yours. And 3, I'm going to slaughter you. I'm going to say number 1. There is no honor in fighting a woman.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
She's angry at me. I'll do a pommel strike. There we go.
You're gonna regret this. It's a massacre. No one's getting out of
Styric Shadow Wolf says they lied to you. It's Brunka. Quite possibly the spirit of Brunka. Very courageous woman there. Alright, let's talk to the Proving Master again.
That was a crowd pleaser. Many were waiting to see that woman put in her place. Sir Blackstone is your next opponent. Are you ready to face him?
I can choose number 1, I am. 2, what can you tell me about Sir Blackstone? 3, I need to rest, I'll return. I'm going to say number 2, what can you tell me about Sir Blackstone?
One of the best of the warrior caste. He achieved glory in close combat assault in the deep roads.
Alright, I'm ready to fight.
Then let us begin. This is a glory proving, fought under the watchful eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken. Lord Iduken will fight Sir Blackstone, Deep Road squad leader of the warrior caste.
This is your education, child. Try to learn as you bleed.
I can choose I will. 2, good luck to you. 3, old men don't frighten me. 4, I'll make you eat those words. I'll say 3, old men don't frighten me.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. Fight!
Okay, I gotta remember it will pause for me. Pommel strike. Followed by mighty blow. Boom. There we go.
This'll be fun.
And we got him.
The winner is Lord Iduken.
Alright, let's talk to the Pre-Master again.
Done. You have proven that even the best of the warrior caste cannot match a noble Iduken. Franlin Ivo is your final opponent. He too has had many victories today. Are you ready to face him, or will you rest first?
3. What can you tell me about Franlin Ivo?
He is a decorated fighter who prefers unusual weapons and rarely fights with the same techniques twice.
House Ivo is relatively inconsequential, but Franlin may change that. He's expected to take a full command of his own soon.
I can choose, well, let me fight this Franlin Ivo. Number 2, lesser house, lesser man. I'll fight him now. 3, I'll rest a bit then return. I'm going to choose number 2. Lesser house, lesser man. I'll fight him now.
Very good. This is a glory proving. Fought under the watchful eyes of the Paragons of Orzammar, for the honor of House Iduken. It is down to just 2 warriors, with backbones of stone and wheels of iron. They have defeated all others this day. Lord Iduken will fight Franlin Ivo, second son of Lord Ivo.
You fight well. I wish you glory today and glory tomorrow.
Alright. I'm going to choose glory is for the one who can take it.
First warrior to fall is vanquished. The victor is champion. Fight!
Alright. Paused. Pommel strike. Boom. Mighty blow.
Stone curse justice! The winner is Lord Iduken.
All right. Starring Shadow Wolf says, you're picking all my dialogue choices. Morn says, never picked this origin, so this is all cool to see. Morn, the Dwarven Noble origin is freaking epic, man. As you can see, it's a lot of fun. Let's drop a save and let's talk to the Proving Master.
Congratulations. Franlin Ivo is as fierce a competitor as I've ever seen. You vanquished every warrior of note in today's proving. The ceremonial helm, commissioned by your father for today's winner, is yours.
And I can choose, I'll wear it proudly. Number 2, of course, it's mine. 3, send it to Franlin Ivo, he fought bravely. 4, I have no need of such trinkets. I'm going to say number 2, of course, it's mine.
As you say.
Alright, and what do we get? We got the Proving Helm. Let's take a look at it. This helm represents the ancestors' blessing of a young dwarf's first steps in the long road to glory, a symbol of transition and a promise of greatness to come. And of course it's inferior to my Helm of the Deep, so I shall continue to wear that over the Proving Helm. Yep, it's not as good as what I'm currently wearing. And in any case, we have resolved the Proving Ground. Let's talk to the Royal Escort. Or the noble. Mr. Noble.
Good show in there.
Oh, thank you.
I'm at your service.
My lord.
Let's see. Tell the guards to be ready, Gorham. I want to leave.
You heard the man.
Your wish is our command.
Styric Shadow says, I've never chosen this origin either. Oh, I'm so glad that both you and Morn are having an opportunity to discover the high adventure that is associated, high adventure and high intrigue that's associated with the Dwarven Noble origin through my Let's Play here. Let's take a look at the Pride of Idukian Noble's Feast. There's been an update here. You've honored the Proving Fighters with your presence. Now it is time to attend the feast your father has planned for you. The feast is going to be held in the Great Hall of the Royal Estate. You've been declared the champion of your own provings. Ozamar will not forget your showing for a long time to come. Scholar Gertek. Oh yeah, we'd spoken with him earlier.
My thanks. House Iduken is blessed to have you.
Thank you. That way is blocked. We'll just drop another save. And in we go.
All right, all right.
Only one way to go. There we go. Into the proving.
Look, the Grey Wardens are here. The raid tomorrow must be more than a standard mission. The Wardens only go where the Darkspawn are the greatest threat.
Interesting. We got a noble.
My lord, you know your name has been mentioned in the assembly.
We got Lord Ronus Dace here.
Many thanks for your willingness to hear me out, my lord. I wish to speak to you of a matter most urgent.
1. Can this wait until later? 2. Of course, Lord Dace. 3. Gorham, how much time do I have? 4. I'm sorry, but I cannot spare the time. 3. Gorham, how much time do I have?
It looks as if the heads of House Bimo and Mino are keeping your father busy, which leaves you plenty of time for our dear old friend, Lord Dace.
You're a credit to your caste, Sir Gorham. I've always said so. If I had a daughter, I'd give her to you and make you the noble you deserve to be.
You honor me, my lord.
Let's see. I'm going to say... I got my ear... Number 1 is my ears are yours, Lord Dace. 2, what can I do for you? 3, let's make this fast. 4, he's mocking you, Gorham. I'm going to say 3, let's make this fast.
Let us just pretend we spent another 10 minutes wishing good things on each other's houses, yes? There is a vote coming before the Assembly next week. And a word from you could go a long way towards helping our cause.
Number 1 is what cause? The answer is no, I don't play politics. 3, you know I don't do favors, Lord Dace. And 4, is this going to be a bribe or a blackmail? I'm going to say 3, you know I don't do favors, Lord Dace.
Oh, I would never ask a favor with nothing given in return. I propose a mutually beneficial arrangement. The vote concerns the status of the so-called surface caste. Lost to the stone, air-touched, and so forth. Centuries ago, narrow-minded men declared that any dwarf who left to live on the surface forfeited his caste, and his house if noble. That he was, in essence, no longer a dwarf. I seek only to remedy an injustice, to retie the bonds of anyone who can trace himself to one of the noble houses wherever he may live. Please, agree to speak for this noble cause.
Number 1 is, of course, it's the right thing to do. 2, what do I get in return? 3, dwarves who travel to the surface are no longer dwarves. 4, why so interested in this particular cause? I'm going to choose number 4.
Those on the surface are our lifeline. They facilitate trade with the surface. They're honorable and, well, let's be honest. I don't care a whit for those who have wandered from the stone. My wife, however, is a gem of a different color. She has a cousin, a useless sort, but she's quite fond of him. He joined a speculative venture to the surface, hoping to make his fortune, and went bust. Now he wishes to come home, but he cannot, for he has no house and would be castless. For my wife's sake, I take up his cause. Will you lend me your voice?
I'm going to say, what do I get in return?
I keep my ears to the stone, my lord. I hear many things, some of which could be a great help during your mission tomorrow. A little forewarning to help your forearming, if you know what I mean.
I'm going to say you have a deal. What do I do?
When your father presents you to the noble houses, I will ask for your opinion on the matter. You have merely to say that you feel our surface brothers should be returned their noble rights. What could be more simple?
Alright, we got a codex update. The casts. Visitors to Ozomar should keep in mind that the hierarchies of Dwarven society are much more complex than our own. It is easy to gravely insult a man simply by mistaking his position, since this can lead to unnecessary loss of life and limbs. I will attempt to mitigate the danger for my fellow travelers. The society of Ozomar is divided into nobles, warriors, smiths, artisans, miners, merchants, and servants. Now, you are undoubtedly saying to yourself, we have all these divisions among our own people. This is a dangerous misconception. Certainly, we do have nobility, artisans, merchants, and these positions are largely inherited from our parents. However, the younger children of noblemen often choose to be artisans or soldiers. The sons of merchants may join the army, or become servants, or apprentice themselves to a craftsman. This is all freely chosen. Limited perhaps by the circumstances of birth, but still chosen. What is a matter of choice for most human folk is dictated entirely by birth for dwarves. No one may become a smith who is not born to the smith caste parents. A servant who marries a nobleman will never be a noble himself, and although his daughters would be nobles, his sons would be servants, for daughters inherit the caste of their mother, while sons inherit the caste of their father. From In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar by Brother Jinatibi. We got an update for our quest. Support Lord Dace's cause. Lord Dace has asked you to show your support for his cause in front of the gathered nobles. He wants Ozomar to accept the surface caste into the houses they once belonged to. Alright, we got Lord Dace here, we got a servant.
I am at your service, my lord.
Let's see, what do we got here? Royal Guard, we got Duncan. Let's talk to Duncan.
Greetings, my lord Idukan. It is an honor to meet you at last.
1. The honor is mine, Warden. 2. At last. Have you been waiting for me? 3. If you'll excuse me. I'm going to choose 2. At last. Have you been waiting for me?
Not as such, but your father never misses a chance to boast of your skill and bravery. He says you may be the most skilled warrior in all of House Idukan.
I can choose 1. My father does me great honor. 2. We will see what happens tomorrow. 3. My father exaggerates. 4. There is no may about it. I am the best. I'm going to choose number 1. My father does me great honor.
I have no doubt it is deserved. We need more Grey Wardens like you, and quickly. Even as the Darkspawn weaken here in Ozomar, they are stirring on the surface. A blight has begun. Soon the fight must go beyond the deep roads, lest the Darkspawn threaten all the world.
Number 1. I wonder if Father would allow me to join you. 2. I do not know as much as I should about the Grey Wardens. 3. Good. Let them leave our city and pester the humans. Styric Shadowwolf says, oh yeah, the surface cast. And an interesting way of doing things, really. I'm going to say I do not know as much as I should about the Grey Wardens.
You know of our dedication to destroying the Darkspawn, our frontline presence during a blight. What else would you know?
1. Are there many of my people in the Grey Wardens?
Over the centuries, many dwarves have made names for themselves in our order. These days, however, there are fewer dwarves and thus even fewer dwarven Grey Wardens. A pity. since Dwarven warriors have the most experience fighting Darkspawn.
Let's see. What does the joining entail?
Being a Grey Warden means abandoning all ties to your old life. It means dedicating yourself to destroying the Darkspawn.
I'm going to choose 4. I am an Idukan. Ozamar needs me here.
Then it is a good thing that you have other paths before you. Some are not so lucky. I wish you luck in the deep roads tomorrow. Show the Darkspawn the might of your people.
You're a fool.
Alright, my codex is updated. Duncan. Men and women from every race, warriors and mages, barbarians and kings. The Grey Wardens sacrificed everything to stem the tide of darkness and prevailed. Like many others, Duncan gave up his family name when he joined the ranks of the Wardens. A symbolic gesture of cutting ties. You might say this was a convenience in his case, however. His mother was from the Anderfells, and his father from Tevinter. His childhood was spent in the free marches and Orlais. His people were everywhere, and his homeland was nowhere. He was given the almost impossible task of leading the Wardens in Ferelden, a kingdom that had thrown the Order out 200 years earlier. Facing local suspicion and hostility, he set about finding recruits. We got 2 more entries here, the Grey Wardens. The first blight had raged for 90 years. The world was in chaos. A god had risen, twisted and corrupted. The remaining gods of Tevinter were silent, withdrawn. What writing we have recovered from these times is filled with despair. For everyone believed, from the greatest archons to the lowliest slaves, that the world was coming to an end. At Weishaupt Fortress in the desolate Anderfells, a meeting transpired. Soldiers of the Imperium, seasoned veterans who had known nothing their entire lifetimes except hopeless war, came together. When they left Weishaupt, they had renounced their oaths to the Imperium. They were soldiers no longer. They were the Grey Wardens. The Wardens began an aggressive campaign against the Blight, striking back against the Darkspawn, reclaiming lands given up for lost. The Blight was far from over, but their victories brought notice, and soon they received aid from every nation in Thedas. They grew in number as well as reputation. Finally, in the year 992, with the Tevinter Imperium, upon the Silent Plains, they met the archdemon Dumat in battle. A third of all the armies of northern Thedas were lost to the fighting, but Dumat fell, and the Darkspawn fled back underground. Even that was not the end. The Imperium once revered 7 gods: Dumat, Zazikil, Toth, Andorel, Razakael, Luskan, and Urthamil. 4 have risen as archdemons. The Grey Wardens have kept watch through the ages, well aware that peace is fleeting, and that their war continues until the last of the dragon gods is gone. From Ferelden, Folklore and History by Sister Petrine, Chantry Scholar. We also have the Blights. My dear Annika, I would not worry about the assembly. Let the nobles sit together and argue over whose house owns the grandest thage. It keeps them from panicking, which they would surely do otherwise, and prevents them from making a greater nuisance of themselves. War is the business of warriors. I would say that the enemy's strategy seems to be changing, but they never appeared to have a strategy. Before, beyond destroying everything in their path. For weeks their numbers appeared to be dwindling. There was talk that perhaps we were getting close to wiping them out. We could not have been more wrong. For today we came upon the body of their main force. I cannot give words to it, Annika. I have never before seen so much death in one place. There were Darkspawn beyond counting, and the heart of the throng a great beast, as tall as the palace of Ozamar, with breath of fire, a paragon of Darkspawn. Perhaps, for they seemed to pay a deference. They were leaving, marching toward the mine shafts which led to the surface. But I knew when I beheld them that once they devoured what lies above us, they will be back. From the letters of Paragon Idukan. We got a Grey Warden here.
May House Idukan grow in strength and power.
We got Lady Helmi here.
Your mother would melt the stone if she knew what you just did.
I could say, excuse me. 2, how dare you speak to me that way. 3. Gorham, did you hear something? I'm going to choose 2. How dare you speak to me that way?
Show you are to be respected, and I will no longer speak to you as a child. Lord Dace is playing you false. Go ahead, be his puppet. Your first command will be marked by every major house turning their back on you.
I can say, I'm listening. 2, if you have something to say, do so. 3, I have no idea what you're talking about. 4, get away from me, old woman. 2, if you have something to say, do so.
If you are to play in the games of the Assembly, make sure you know the motivations of the players. Last spring, a guild from the Merchant caste invested heavily in an expedition with a guild from the surface. Lord Dace backed the Merchant Guild, pouring a great deal of money into the venture. The expedition was a disaster.
Number 1. I don't see how this relates to anything. 2. So this is Lord Dace's play to recover his losses. 3. Lord Dace lost some money, and... 2. So this is Lord Dace's play to recover his losses.
Clever child. Lord Dace lost a great deal of money and prestige. The Surface Guild has no way to repay the investment, but it does have several leading members who are descended from noble houses. House Helmi, Bimo, Dukin.
Number 1. If the surface dwellers return to their noble houses...
You begin to see the whole picture. Your house and mine would be forced to pay the surfacers' kin debts. It would be a great victory for Lord Dace.
Let's see. I can choose it seems I need to have a talk with Lord Dace. 2. Fine. Let Lord Dace think he's fooled me. 3. Alright, Lord Dace dies for this. 4. Standing up for the surfacers is the right thing to do. I'm going to choose 2. Fine. Let Lord Dace think he's fooled me.
Just so, my clever friend. Smile and nod, and when he asks his question, tell him that the so-called surface caste are right where they belong. That should take Lord Dace down a peg or 2.
I can say thank you, I'll do that. 3, I'll think about it. 4, I should talk to Lord Dace. I'm going to say 3, I'll think about it.
Good. Your house's reputation hangs in the balance.
Got a codex update here. Alright, we've been through that before. The quest has been updated. Think twice about supporting Lord Dace. Lady Helm warned you about Lord Dace. He has many reasons for wanting you to speak out for him in front of the nobles, and not all of them are noble. Let's go ahead and drop a save and have a chat with this Lord Dace.
You return. Were my instructions unclear?
I say, number 1, I should kill you where you stand.
What would that do, besides get you cast into the deep roads or put down like a beast? Are you upset about something?
I'm gonna say, your plan would have forced my house to pay surface debts.
I suppose it could. I mean, well, it's the spirit of the law that's important, right? Our poor, disenfranchised service brothers. Well played, Your Highness. Welcome to Assembly politics. Now, if you'll excuse me...
I'm going to say not so fast.
You've won. Don't be stupid about it.
You forget who you're speaking to. This is the guest of honor and child of the first house of Orzammar.
For now, we shall see what the future holds. Trian's grasp on the throne is in no way certain, and much can happen before then. Now let me be.
I'm going to say your schemes are an insult to House Idukin.
Lords, ladies, our Lord Idukin has challenged the honor of Lord Dace.
What's this? My son is already testing his reach?
Fantastic. I thought tonight would be all talk and drink.
My lord, are you sure you wish to do this? You realize that it is Lord Dace's son, Mandar, a formidable duelist, who will defend the honor of House Dace in approving.
I'm going to say 3. Gorham, what do you know of this Mandar?
Three-time champion of the Great Provings, much decorated and heir to House Dace.
I'm going to say bring him on.
Very well. There is to be a proving then.
Let the ancestors judge who has the right of their cause.
To the proving grounds!
Come on, Morn. Come on, Styric. You got to admit, this is exciting stuff.
Lords and ladies, may I have your attention, please? We are gifted to have in our presence the Lord Idukan, in whose honor today's provings were fought. Today, House Idukan makes a challenge of honor against House Dace. These two brave combatants have come to prove the righteousness of their causes.
All right. 3, a little more ceremony than I wanted, but let's go. 2, let's give them a show, eh, Mandar? And 3, Lord Dace will regret his words, Mandar. I'm going to choose number 3.
The proving begins now!
There's good old Mandar Dace. We're going to go and hit him with a pommel strike. And then we're going to do a mighty blow. There we go. Oh, he's going down. He's going down. And we got him.
The proving is at an end. Mandar Dace has been found wanting by the ancestors, and House Dace is guilty of dishonoring House Idukan. This is my fault. My son has died defending my honor.
I am sorry for your loss, Ronus. It was the ancestors' will.
Yes, the ancestors. I'm sorry. Excuse me, my king.
I actually don't think I've seen that before. I don't think I ever got around to throwing down the gauntlet and dueling a scion of House Dace. That's cool. Just drop a save here. Take a look at what else we got. Okay, we got a couple of more people here. We got Lord Harimot. Let's talk to him. Or Lord Duncan. Let's see.
Good luck to you tomorrow.
Lord Harimot.
Your father is very proud of you. Congratulations.
Lord
It
Bearmont.
isn't our newest commander. Congratulations, Your Highness.
Lord
When he
Piano.
was tying that backswing, I knew he was going down.
Poor bastard. Still, couldn't wish it on a nicer house.
Well put. Our new commander taught House Dace a serious lesson.
The hour is late. His Deshers have waited patiently, as have the Grey Wardens. Are you ready to be presented to the heads of the noble houses?
1, of course, Father.
So dutiful. Very well. Let us begin. Lords, ladies, grant me a moment of your time. We are here today so I may present to you my second eldest child, blessed by the stone and born of the blood that ran in the veins of the Paragon Idukan. Who would pose a question to the prospective commander? Who seeks to know the prospect better? No? Very well then. The ritual is complete. I give you Orzamar's next commander. Tomorrow, our newest commander will lead part of a mission to strike a great blow to the Darkspawn. Not only does this recover access to some of our most important mines, but it also allows our honored guest Duncan, head of Ferelden's Grey Wardens, to strike far into the deep roads.
Thank you, King Endrin. While the Darkspawn seem to withdraw, it is only because they are massive on the surface. This could mean a blight, and my men and I will discover the truth.
We are honored to have you with us, my friend. Now, feast, drink, and celebrate, for the morning brings battle! As for you, my new commander, find your brother Trian and send him to me. He may be watching the provings, or getting some rest in his rooms.
Number 1, of course, Father.
Walk well, Commander.
Right, we got a new codex entry. Updated, the Darkspawn. The Surfacers claim that the first Darkspawn fell from heaven. They spin tales of magic and sin, but the Children of Stone know better. The Darkspawn rose up out of the earth, for it was in the deep roads they first appeared. Creatures in our own likeness, armed and armored, but with no more intelligence than Tzapadam, bestial and savage. At first, they were few, easily hunted and slain by our warriors. But in the recesses of the deep roads, they grew in numbers and in courage. Our distant thags came under attack, and now it was the army, not a few warriors, being sent to deal with the creatures. Victory still came easily, though, and we thought the threat would soon be over. We were wrong. As told by Shaper Sizbot. Styric Shadowwolf says, I thought I was watching a movie for a minute. I agree, man. I'm getting sucked in with this story. Once again, just reminded of just what an achievement BioWare accomplished with Dragon Age Origins. And to think, I mean, this game came out in 2009, and it just still has a tremendous draw all these years since. It's a real credit to what they were able to accomplish with storytelling in Dragon Age Origins. Alright, we're off to find our brother, apparently. Let's go looking for him. Let's take a look at the map. There's Trian's room, and I'm here. There's a kitchen. Take a look at the kitchen. Hey, kitchen. We got servants, cooks. Let's take a look, talk to them.
Your Highness, what a surprise. I apologize if we are in your way.
Well, that looks good.
You look exceptionally striking today, my lord.
Why, thank you.
It is good to see you, my lord.
It's good to see you, too. We got a servant here.
I am at your service, my lord.
We got a barrel. Industrial leather boots, we'll take that. Alright. What do we got here? Oopsie-days. Right, that is... Oh, that's Father's room. We don't want to go there. Let's talk to the Royal Guard.
I am at your service.
Okay. We will make our way to Trian's room.
I am at your service.
Let's go inside. Yep, that's Trian's room. And he's here.
So you are a commander now, in name at least. Shouldn't you be attending our King Father?
I'm going to say you two were not at the feast.
The world does not stop and start with your meager achievements. Not even tonight. Now, do you have some purpose in bothering us?
I'm going to say Father wants you.
Of course he does. We must discuss strategy before tomorrow's battle. Balin, stay here and stroke the new commander's conceit if you like. But then get to bed.
All day I've put up with that. He can really grate on the nerves.
I can choose number 1, I agree. 2, well, he's our elder brother. I suppose it's his right. I'm going to say I agree.
And what I'm going to tell you next won't make you any more fond of him.
I can choose 1, get to the point, Balin. Number 2, what are you talking about? 3, is this something I want to hear? 4, you sound serious, Balin. I'm going to say 2, what are you talking about?
Trian has begun to move against you. I never thought his much proclaimed honor would allow him to actually act on his jealousy. Big brother, Trian is going to try to kill you.
I can choose number 1, what? 2, how do you know? 3, he recognizes I'm a threat. Good. 4, that seems a little far-fetched. 2, I'm going to say, how do you know?
I overheard him giving orders to some of his men, and I was shocked. Then it began to make sense. Trian's decided you're a threat to his taking the throne. Maybe he's right.
1, this is insane. I refuse to discuss this. 2, Trian's a pompous ass, and everyone likes me better. 3, I'm not the heir, he is. 4, how am I a threat to Trian? I'm going to choose number 4.
He fears what you are becoming, in the eyes of the people and the Assembly. Trian's the named prince, but only the Assembly can proclaim a king. It would be unusual for the Assembly to ignore the king's choice, but it does happen. The first Idukan king wasn't even part of the house's leading family. That was an extraordinary case, but at least a half-dozen times the Assembly named a lesser family member, or even someone from another house, as king. Usually, it's the popular younger brother of an undesirable prince.
1, so Trian thinks the Assembly would prefer me. 2, does Trian think I'm courting the Assembly? 4, well, I would make a good ruler. 3, 4, enough, I won't listen to this. 2, does Trian think I'm courting the Assembly?
Look at it from his perspective. You're more personable than he's ever been. You slaughtered the heir to House Dace, one of the most powerful houses in Orzammar, because his father dared to challenge your house's honor. If you win glory against the Darkspawn tomorrow, it will only strengthen the case for you as the next heir. Trian fears father will replace him on the spot. If not, the Assembly will surely turn against him when father dies. You know his pride will never allow him to step aside.
1, what should I do? 2, Trian needs to die. 3, I won't fight Trian. And 4, what is your angle in this? Styrex says, brotherly love at its finest. Yes, clearly the Idukans, the Idukan brothers are in their own category here. I'm going to choose number 4. What's your angle in this?
It seems Trian has shown that brothers can't always be trusted. I am next in line. If Trian succeeds in his plot against you, how long do you think I'll live?
1, what should I do? 2, Gorham, what do you say? If I strike a Tyrion, will you back me? 4, I won't fight Trian. I'm going to ask Gorham. 2, Gorham, what do you say?
Permission to speak freely.
I'm going to say, I asked, didn't I?
Trian would make a terrible king, but no one wants to say it. He has just enough backing in the Assembly to make it ugly when your father dies, but not enough to become king. Killing him now makes your house stronger and saves a great deal of bloodshed later.
Very well, Trian dies.
I'm afraid I must agree with you. Tomorrow's battle is the time to do it. I'll find out the rendezvous and buy you the time to do what must be done. I'm taking your place as father's second, so I'll be at hand tomorrow. For now, try to get some sleep.
May the Paragon smile down on you.
Trian and his men will clear the way for the Grey Wardens to descend into the easternmost caverns. Those caverns are still infested by the worst of the Darkspawn. We cannot risk our own troops in there.
Understood, Lord Harimot. We should be able to sense the Darkspawn and avoid them once the way is open.
May the Paragons favor you, and the stone catch you if you fall. Come then! Glory awaits!
Balin, you and your men will second the king, clearing the main road.
Don't you think it looks a little cowardly to allow these humans to take our place where the fighting is thickest?
Are you questioning the battle plan?
Of course not. I'm sure your caution is for the glory of us all.
Enough, Balin. Take your men and make ready. Harimot and I need to have words with your sibling.
Good luck, my brother.
Your father has a special mission for you.
In the eastern deep roads, there is a secret door carved into the stone.
The door leads to a thaig, abandoned long ago by your ancestors. The Darkspawn have made it impossible to reach it.
My father believed that the shield of the Paragon Idukan remains in that thaig, under the stones of the central room. We claim the shield, and glory will be yours.
Number 1 is to glory. 2, I'm supposed to do this alone. 3, what else is in the Thaig? 4, the shield of Iduken would be quite the find. 3, what else is in the Thaig?
My father's writings speak only of the shield. There may be countless other treasures, but only the shield matters.
We've sent 2 scouts ahead to make sure the tunnels are cleared. But be careful. One of the scouts will meet you at the first crossroads you come to. The second will be further in. When you get to the door, use your signet ring to open it. Questions?
1. Meet the scouts, find the door, grab the shield. Got it. 3. Where do we go from there?
The crossroads where you meet the first scout will be the rendezvous point. There you can present the shield to the lords and demonstrate the strength of Iduken.
May the ancestors watch over you, my child.
Alright, we got another codex entry. Deep Roads. There isn't a dwarf alive who remembers the Deep Roads as they once were. They were the network of tunnels that joined the Thaigs together. To be honest, it isn't even right to give them such a simple term as tunnels. They are works of art, with centuries of planning demonstrated in the geometry of their walls, with the statues of the paragons that watch over travelers, with the flow of lava that keeps the deep roads lit and warm. The cloud gazers up on the surface talk of the Imperial Highway, built by the magisters of old, a raised walkway that crossed thousands of miles, something that could only have been built by magic. Perhaps it's comparable to the deep roads, although we dwarves didn't need magic. I suppose it doesn't matter anymore. The Darkspawn rule the deep roads now. When Ozamar sealed off the entrances to the deep roads, abandoning everything that lay out there, we handed over the kingdom that was to those black bastards forever. To think that there are genlocks crawling over Bowen Mar now, tearing down our statues and defiling our greatest works. Corruption covers everything we built out there. Every dwarf who goes out and comes back says that it gets worse with each passing year. The foulness spreads a little further. And the cloud gazers think the Darkspawn are gone just because they aren't spilling out onto the surface. Ha! One day, when Ozamar is gone for good, they'll find out differently. Those Darkspawn won't have anywhere else to go but up, and they'll do it. The surface folk will have themselves a blight that will never end. Transcript of a conversation with a member of the Dwarven Mining Cast. 890 blessed. Anything else that we have here? Characters. We got an entry here. Lord Pyro Harimot. No one is born with rights to the throne. The sitting king may recommend a successor, but the assembly ultimately decides who will rule. House Harimot is one of the oldest noble houses, as old as Ozamar itself. Endrin's most trusted advisor, Harimot, is well known for being an able administrator and the author of many compromises in the ever-warring assembly. We have a new quest. A noble expedition. Find the shield of Iduken. You've been given the task of finding the shield of Paragon Iduken. Your father believes it lies in an abandoned Thaig in the eastern deep roads. Indeed. Let's take a look. Open up the map. East. East would be this way. We got Royal Guard. Huh. Talk to these guys.
I am at your service. I am at your service.
Nothing there. What unique dialogues? These guys. Deep Roads Lieutenant.
Greetings, Commander. Lord Mino's men have taken this tunnel. The one assigned to your party is down the pathways.
Okay.
I am at your service.
All right. This must be my pathway. Let's see. And this is what we got for him. What is this? Shield bash, precise striking, toggle full party selection, move freely. And do we have AI here? Tactics. Disable tactics. We'll disable tactics with Gorham too. There we go. Oh! There we go. Alright, first we're going to take a knock on the giant spider with Durin. And let's see. And we're just going to attack the giant spider with Gorham here. There we go. Mighty blow. Okay. Shield bash. And dealt with. Codex updated. Giant spider. Giant spiders tend to appear in old ruins and other places where the veil has become thin because of magical disturbances or a great number of deaths. In such places, spirits and demons pass into the world of the living and attempt to take control over living beings, spiders among them. Not all scholars accept this explanation for the presence of these beasts, however. Some claim that the thinning veil allows magic to leak from the Fade, tainting such creatures as these spiders to transform into larger or more important creatures than they ever would have become naturally. While such spiders are known to possess powerful poisons and the ability to fling their webs at opponents in combat, studies of them have been few, and the full range of their abilities are unknown. Very disturbing. We got 6 copper from that corpse. Gonna move on. Got a dwarf. We got a trap triggered here. 2 genlocks. We're going to pummel strike this guy, and you are going to attack. And we're going to mighty blow. Okay. Switch targets. You are going to shield bash the standing genlock.
You might be doing for your next of kin.
Oh. Huh. I'm surprised we didn't get a codex entry for the genlocks. Oh. Trap triggered. Well, we're just gonna have to deal with that. We got a dwarven corpse here next to this pyre. There is indeed a trap left by these genlocks. A little fortification that they'd set up here, some sort of outpost. We'll drop a save. The ruined Thag. What do we got here? Oh, Friendlin Ivo.
You made it, Commander. Did you run afoul of any darkspawn?
Let's see. Some, let's move. 2, nothing we couldn't handle. A few, they weren't organized. 4, they were everywhere. Monstrous things. 3, a few, they weren't organized.
Still, that was more than we expected. Once I finished scouting the tunnels, I hid here to avoid the darkspawn. Most tunnels are dead ends. The one we want is swarming with those fiends. It's going to be a fight.
1, weren't you at the proving yesterday? 2, let's be cautious then. 3, we're warriors. Nothing stands in our way. We're choosing 3.
As you say, onward then.
All right, we got Friendlin Ivo here. He is a warrior 2. Let's work on our tactics for Friendlin Ivo. We'll disable tactics here. What do you got? He's also got shield bash, so we got a bunch of shield bashing dwarves in our party right now. I love the sound of the armor as you you move around and explore the deep roads. It really gives the sense that you're wearing chainmail or interlocking plate.
We should hurry.
I agree, we should hurry. Let's admire these ruins. You can see the fallen dwarf statue here. You get the sense that these roads have come under ruin, under the Darkspawn menace. Trap triggered. There we go. Genlock. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull back. Pull back. Yep, I can move all these guys back. Yep, yep. Come. We're not gonna fight them on their territory. We're gonna move around here. And we're gonna set you guys forwards. There we go. Alright, they're coming down. There we go. Bash. Attack. And Mighty Blow. Alright. Move. Mighty Blow.
How much does one have to pay for a Mighty Blow?
Hey, Red Mage. Just thinking about you, brother. I'm sorry that we couldn't do some Warhammers earlier, and I would be streaming Dragon Age 2 Discord, but anytime I try to do that, it crashes, so I'm unfortunately... yeah, I know. But you can watch on the stream, so care to.
I have been for hours.
Oh, wow. Red Mage, just how cool is the storytelling in Dragon Age Origins?
Oh, I've had you on mute. I can't stand your voice.
Well, and now I just dot.
That was a pretty muted response.
That was a pretty muted response. I was greatly hurt. All right.
Oh, it's actually pretty great. Like like I said, I've had it on in the background, but I've only popped in and watched a few times. But for the scenes that I've watched, I love it. The graphics are pretty decent too.
The storytelling. The storytelling. I think that's where you would I think really be thrilled. But have you played Dragon Age Origins?
Have I played Dragon Age Origins? No.
Yeah, so I think that's what would probably draw you in the most is the quality of the storytelling and the ability to sort of really role play a character. I think you'd greatly enjoy that about this game.
Mm-hmm. I'm very much a fan of role-playing games and such. I don't really have any of them in my current rotation aside from Icewind Dale that I'm
Point me in the right direction.
Well,
makes me a little sad.
You certainly could think of adding this eventually once you finish your Icewind Dale playthrough.
I'm thinking my next role-playing game is going back to my solo murder spree and Divinity 2.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, obviously, if you haven't finished Divinity 2, then it's worth sort of.
No, I haven't.
Yeah.
I got a few months in. And then I got distracted by other shinies and led into further distractions by somebody who keeps dragging me into new games.
That's right. Styric Shadowwolf says you're the only dwarf without a shield. That is true. Styric Shadowwolf says ... I think that was in reference to you having me on mute, and he had a pretty good laugh about that. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be a Red Mage entrance unless he tweaked the Wyvern's ear a little bit, right?
I don't know if Wyverns have ears. They
probably
have
do.
horns and they have. No. Most lizards have like hearing orifices as opposed to
Right.
fleshy
Oh,
ears.
you're right. Yes. I had not seen a lizard with an actual ear. That's a really good point.
Yeah.
Kind of disturbing too at the same time.
No. I mean, like, the real disturbing thing is the fact that the whole concept of cold-blooded, warm-blooded thing, that blows my mind. Just a species that still has that, I need to power by the sun!
So speaking of...
Sterrick says he's just started Divinity 2 again. Good for you, Sterrick. Who are you playing as, buddy?
Ready.
Sorry, you were saying?
Well, actually, I was just going to say about Divinity. I was going to ask if we are good to go this Thursday with Lemon.
That is a great big negative. So that really the answer is it depends on time, because I'm running my game at 6 my time or so.
Oh, this is for your opportunity with Dungeons and Do-Gooders.
Yeah, baby.
That's a really good reason to miss the tentative Thursday session for Divinity 2. You may recall that I got together with Lemon last week and we were talking about an ideal session to resume our Divinity 2 playthrough, and she feels that Thursdays would work for her.
Yeah, I believe the consensus was Thursday, and we might be putting a hard reset on it, but I don't know about that.
As in, you don't know if you can make it, or?
No, I don't know if the decision was a hard reset, or if we're continuing our previous one with Sly.
Right. I'm pretty much down for like a hard reset personally. Well, we can talk about this like offline. Morn says, Styric Shadow says playing as me, of course, custom character. Morn says, I always thought the Genlocks looked cute.
Got it. What the devil is a Genlock?
Oh, the Genlocks are those little like creatures that I was fighting just now while you and I were gabbing about Divinity 2. They are actually descended from corrupted dwarves. That's sort of the story here. That it's fairly complicated, but essentially, these powerful wizards found a way to enter into the equivalent of heaven in this sort of universe. It's called the Golden City. It's a place that exists in a alternative reality called the Veil. And it's a place that no humans are ever meant to set foot on. So the moment they did, they corrupted the Golden City and turned it into the Blackened City. And these mages, were sent crashing down into the earth, where they went on to essentially... they became corrupted themselves and then had this compulsion to seek out these sleeping dragon gods. It's really complicated. I mean, anyway, as a result of this corruption, all the good races of this world have essentially a dark spawn equivalent, and the equivalent for the dwarves is the Genlocks, which is the creatures that I was just fighting.
So, in standard fantasy worlds, you'd think the opposite of the dwarves would be the deep dwarves, also known as the Duergar. But what most people don't remember is an atrocity much, much worse. A vile, vile scum created from the very most abhorrent of magic and foulest of minds. These be the accursed Gully Dwarves.
We got Sagefire.
Do you remember the Gully Dwarves?
I certainly do. Sagefire says, I couldn't get into Divinity 1. Is it worth trying Divinity 2? That's an excellent question, Ace. You know, there are times when I'm playing Divinity 2 and it feels fun, and there are times when it feels very claustrophobic. At least that's what I've experienced playing it. It also feels kind of small. Like, take, for example, Dragon Age. No, that's not fair, because Dragon Age Origins has its share of sort of compact maps. If you like turn-based strategy games, you might like Divinity 2. Right? Is that fair to say, Red Mage?
Yeah, I would say if you're a fan of good turn-based strategies, as well as deep lore and well-written stories. Because the Divinity 2, you can get right into Divinity 2 without really knowing what the fuck happened in Divinity 1. They explain kind of the deities and the whole concept of the Godswoken and all of that good shiznit as you go, if you're so inclined. Tons of books to pick up and read if you're that kind of a nerd like I am, or you could just breeze through making whatever decisions you want. And the best thing I love about D2 is the fact that you can mix and match, man. You can be a spellcasting wizard in full plate, rocking healing spells as well as nukes, and picking rocks while simultaneously teleporting around the field all at the same time. It's dope. So customizable.
Yeah, and I would say that it's a little less frustrating than Divinity 1. I found that the combat encounters and combat as a whole is a little bit more balanced and a little bit more satisfying. But if you were actually looking for an RPG like that I could full-on recommend without reservation, it would be Dragon Age Origins. And
No, don't listen to him. If you are looking to RPG, you send me message, we meet in back alley, okay?
you could also do that, and Red Mage isn't lying. He'd probably show you a good time in the back alley with his dice set and in his custom adventures. I just want to take a moment to admire my character and my companion. So when you get into combat in Dragon Age Origins, you actually see the blood and the gore show up on your character's armor and face. It's wonderful. I'm about to talk to a scout. Let's see what the scout has to say with us.
Here. I thought the Darkspawn had got you for sure.
I can choose enough small talk. 2, I'm not that easy to kill. 3, we got lucky. 4, is this how you address your commander? I'm going to say I'm not that easy to kill.
And I'll make sure I'm behind you if we're swarmed. We want the tunnel ahead. There are Darkspawn tracks all over it. Be careful.
How come you're not reading out what they're saying, laddie?
Oh, I am. So I have choices here. I can say, let's get moving then. 2.
Oh, no. I mean the... Oh, right. Do they have their own...
You should be able to hear them on the stream.
Ah, right.
Right. So, have you seen the... that's another thing about Dragon Age Origins. It's almost entirely voiced.
Nice.
So, yeah, that's another reason why it's such a great game. So I can choose, let's get moving then. 2, have you seen the Thigh Door yet? 3, I thought these tunnels were mostly abandoned. I'm going to see, I thought these tunnels were mostly abandoned.
Well, abandoned isn't vacant, apparently. Still, 2 months ago we couldn't get within a mile of this place. I'll follow your lead, Commander.
All right, we got a rogue. That's a good thing. Styric Shadow says, you sure you want to meet me in a dark alley, Red Mage? And Red Mage says, God, yes. Oh, and Red Mage says, apparently with my dice and pencils. Yeah, and that's actually really exciting. For those of you who are listening, Red Mage is at this point, a very good friend of mine, and I could not be more excited for you, Red Mage, for your trial opportunity as a professional dungeon master with the Dungeons and Do-Gooders group up in Canada.
Yeah, it's definitely kind of a neat thing. Running games, working for someone. I'm actually really excited about the kinds of non-game stuff that they have running. The GMs that they have there that apparently also do what are they called? Workshops? Yeah, that's the word. Workshops. Like how to build an adventure, how to build a story, how to build a believable character, how to do voices, and all of these good things. And that's, I feel like I could totally get into that aspect on top of just running a game and telling a story.
So I'm very excited to share that I just achieved my first achievement unlock in this game. I got Lockpicker, having picked my first chest. I'm going to do some backtracking. There was a couple of chests that I couldn't get into previously that I feel I might be able to succeed now that I have a rogue in my party. So let's see if I can track down those chests and see what kind of goodies they had inside. But no, yeah, it's exciting, and I actually did some checking. I checked out the website for this company. It sounds like they're doing really ambitious things. Like they have a very good social media presence. They have like an impressive library of streamed virtual tabletop games that they run. So I think this is going to be all kinds of good for you.
I like it. I think it's kind of super neat. The Discord community they've got is pretty bumping, too.
Yeah, no, it's a sizable community. And can I ask, will you be expected to like show up in one of those streamed offerings, or?
Expected? I don't suspect that, no.
Okay.
The general consensus I got, it was kind of what players want is what players do, so the expectations on that side is not super high. As far as whether or not I will, I'd be super down for that. I like the role playing, and I very rarely get to play as a player.
Well, hopefully hopefully this will be a way for you to shake off the dust and get back to what you really enjoy doing. Because that's actually how, for those of you listening, that's how we first met. I met him just by chance, by random chance, during the great pandemic of 2020 when everyone was sort of like getting onto Roll20 and Fantasy Grounds. Up. We've been found.
Yeah, I actually just deleted the game that you guys were in. I was making space on my Roll20.
Oh, how sad.
I saw the game that was like, use Limer and Lemon, and I go through and I'm like, memories, delete.
Well, it had to be done. I understand it. I'm sad that, we weren't able to whatchamacallit.
It's no sweat, man. It was 3rd edition. It wasn't necessarily the most streamlined for new players, and neither Lem or Zly, if I recall, were super D&D nerds. And you and your old school frickin' 2nd edition Thaco crap.
Well, I mean, Lemon is a big time role player. It's just that she's like really busy with graduate school and stuff. I'm fighting.
Yeah, but I don't think she's a D&D player, is she? Like
she is. She very much is.
Really?
I am.
I feel like an idiot now.
I am being ambushed by these deep stalkers. They're very disturbing in the sense they actually don't have faces. So going back to like lizard-like creatures that Oh, that's dead. Okay, good. We'll turn around. I'll shield bash this guy. We got and we got cooldowns on the rest of our abilities. There are quite poison too. There we go. Do you have an alternate weapon set? Let's see.
Me?
No, this guy. Oh yeah, he does. Okay. What can you equip? Let's see. Dexterity and strength. And what is your character looking like? 16 dexterity, so you got a little bit more dexterity and strength. We'll give you the daggers. Noble's dagger. Oh. I can actually equip that. I can't equip the edge. We'll give you the noble dagger and a regular dagger. And we will... So yeah, you're switched up on your weapon set. You can attack there. We got a slow spit. That thing's almost dead. We'll go ahead and shield bash that thing. Yep, you're good. You're all good, okay. Okay, dead. What do we got here? This thing's almost dead too. Another one's coming down the pipe. Let's go ahead and shield bash it. And the tactical combat with pause is just delicious in this game. Mighty blow. You can just regular attack. You can switch up to your arrows again, and off you go. Oh, it's a Deep Stalker leader. Oh, man. Maybe I can position you behind for backstabs. Let's see if that will work. Do I have another CC up? Where's Durin? I can pummel strike you. There we go. Fire. There we go. And done. Starry Shadow Wolf says you also just successfully avoided a trap. Very unlike you. Yes, 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 yes. I will freely admit that I was pulling a red mage and face tanking all these traps before I got my rogue.
I don't think you want to say that pulling a red mage.
Now is better than later.
That's true. I mean, obviously, you can debate that. Following from our last session of Baldur's Gate, Montaron didn't exactly acquit himself. The
only reason I don't find traps as my bloody cleric is because your bloody rogue is so slow at it.
Oh my goodness. Well, listen, I'm excited for Thursday. I'll let Lemon know that we're not going to be rolling Divinity 2 for this Thursday, but we do need the fourth player. I'd like to find a fourth player, or at least a third player to join us. You, me, Lemon, and yeah, one last person if possible. So
just like in the real world, getting people to commit to a stream on any given time without actually jumping into a community to do it is really hard. Have you thought about posting around on the D2 boards rather than just our?
I don't want a random. I'd like someone from the community if possible, from the Wyvern's lair. We'll see how it goes. But
You hear that, Shadow Wolf? That means you're gonna have to download this damn game, buddy.
Yeah, no, I mean, whoever's able to hang out with us. We'll just hold on one second. I gotta select move freely. Yeah, and we're gonna send out the scout ahead to see what's ahead. I don't want to spring another trap if possible.
Alternatively, we could just try to 3-map.
Either that or 2-person it, but I mean, we just do so much stuff together already, Red Mage. I assume you're already sick of me.
Well, no, if it was going to be 2-person, it would totally be you and Lems. I would bow out if that's the case.
No,
like you said, we got shit going down. No,
goodness.
baby, we got shit going down, man.
My goodness.
I'm already
honestly, as much as I enjoy gaming with Lem, it just wouldn't be the same without you, Red. Divinity 2. We'll figure it out. And so, once again, we're not doing Baldur's Gate on Friday either, right?
This Friday? I believe we are this Friday.
Okay.
I think it's next Friday that I'm going to be.
Oh, great! So we have Warhammer 2 this week, and Baldur's Gate on Friday. Perfect.
I think so. Don't quote me on that. I haven't updated my whiteboard yet, so I don't have a clue.
Understood.
What's going down.
Understood. Well, do let me know when you can, if you could. I'd appreciate that. Styric Shadow Wolf says, "What game?" We are talking about Divinity 2, and yeah, we're just trying to figuring out. We've had a number of stops and starts with our Divinity 2 playthrough, and it's certainly my hope to come up with a group that, with a certain amount of confidence, we know we can hit on a once a week schedule on a pretty regular basis if possible.
And if you're wanting to know, 5 out of 6 murder hobos would recommend playing Divinity 2.
Well, I'm going to convince you to check out Dragon Age Origins somehow. I think actually I don't need to convince you. I think what you're seeing here hopefully is a strong enough sell. We are making our way towards.
As far as the sell goes for Dragon Age, most certainly this is definitely graphically and role-playingly an interesting looking game. But I'm running so much shit. I really just need to play it.
True.
I haven't touched Borderlands and Christ probably a month and a half, and probably just as long in Chrono Trigger. And I'm streaming those.
Are you going to be doing some more stuff on your channel? It's kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of Cricketville, man. I would love to do more stuff on my channel as far as streaming goes. The biggest issue that I'm having, the biggest struggle that I'm having is we're in the process of packing up out here, right? So if I could show you my living room, there is a seat and boxes.
Styric Shadow Wolf says, I have that. Well, Styric, I'll reach out to you on Discord maybe sometime tomorrow and see if you'd be interested in joining us for a Divinity 2 playthrough. Maybe Ace 2 if he gets the game. I don't know.
But then we have competition for that 4th spot.
Well, I mean, obviously, I don't want to. I don't want to twist Lemon's arm. I mean, if she's busy, right? So, and then there's always an opportunity to make new friends and create new stories with, you know, I mean, that's how we met, just by, you know, being open to making new friendships.
I think we actually met in a Descent into Avernus pickup group.
That's exactly, yes.
What was it? One of the D&D pickup group communities.
That's exactly where we first met.
Yeah. And then from there, I invited you guys to the 3rd edition games that you played 2 sessions of. And then you were like, hey, watch me Dungeon Master a 2nd edition game, which you played 3 sessions of.
Let's see. We'll go ahead and shield bash this Genlock.
I'm here.
Let's go.
Alright, buddy. I'm going to do this for a bit. I may be on later. I'm leaving the stream on in the background. So.
Red Mage, always a pleasure, man. Take care, buddy.
You too, and all of you in chat. I'll still be here, but talk to you guys.
Take care, Red. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for dropping by. All right, so we are taking care of a Genlock encounter here. We got one guy who's not attacking. Let's get him onto that Genlock. There we go. Knocked him down. Scout, get across. What are you doing? You should be attacking. Come on, attack.
Tell me what to do.
There we go. And we got that guy. Excellent. Take the leather. Lesser Poultice. Excellent. Taken care of. Let's go ahead and stealth with Scout. Styrish Shadow Wolf says, good to see you, Red. Always fun. Always fun times with Red dropping by the stream. And we are back in the Deep Roads. Okay, we have still a couple of these guys here. We got how many? We got a bunch. All right, let's head back with our Scout. Get back to our little ambush spot here, around the corner. There we go.
Yes.
Come on. There we go. Let's move everyone here. You can unstealth. Let's grab let's grab Gorham. And send him forwards here. There we go. They've seen us. Let's head back out here. Are they following? I think they are. Yeah, it has range on me. Let's continue. Let's continue down this way. It's a Hurlock. So Hurlocks are descended from corrupted humans. Let's stand behind here. Let's get all these guys this way. There it is. Alright, shield bash. Attack. Attack. We'll move you around. Let's trigger Mighty Blow. Get you situated here. We got him. Oh, it's a Genlock. Okay. One more. Styric says he is alright for a mortal. Alright, we got one. Oh, we got 2 more Genlocks there. Okay, there we go. Come on, guys. This ways. Come get me. 2. Genlock and Genlock Alpha. Okay. Let's get everyone. 1, 2, 3. Let's get everyone behind here. And get you set up here.
On it.
Gorham, I want to put you a little bit in front. Durin, get back. Yeah. Genlock. Genlock. We want the alpha. So let's go ahead and bash the alpha. Friendlin, attack, scout. Get on the Genlock alpha, please. There we go. Okay, we got a shield bash incoming. Let's see. Genlock alpha's there. I think we're going to switch to our bow. Alright. What happened here? We're going to switch up with our weapons, go back. We're going to do a pommel strike. There we go. Can you get off a mighty blow? I think you can.
Just tell me what
and try to get some backstabs off there.
to do.
Perfect. Can you get a little bit closer? Friendlin, let's get another shield bash going. Attack. Up. Man, this thing's hard to... Come on, keep on attacking him. Don't be shy. What do we got going here?
Alright. Alright.
There we go. This guy's crafty. Do a pummel strike. My god, keep on attacking him.
Here.
What do we got? Shield bash is almost up. Come on, keep on attacking. We got him. We're going to pummel strike you. Send you behind, scout. Behind the Genlock, rather.
I'm on.
All right. Well done, team. Okay, we'll take all that good stuff. And that is the end of these Darkspawn. Oh, just kidding. Almost the end of the Darkspawn. We got one left. Let's get after him.
I can smell them.
Got a shield bash going. Didn't seem to land. Looks like we missed it. Let's pummel strike him.
Tell me what to do.
And mighty blow. And that's the end of that Genlock. Styric Shadow Wolf says, you thought it was the end. I did, but the Genlocks had some surprises for me. Alright, well done, dwarves. Let's send our scout forwards again. A lock chest. Fire arrows. And I don't know if Ace, if you're still around, but it was a delight to see that you were watching the stream. I didn't know you were lurking there. Thank you for stopping by. All right. Okay, I don't want to get too far from my scout. Oh, a trap. Of course. There we go. make our way over here. Looks like we reached some kind of entrance.
Looks like someone beat us to the door.
This darkspawn body is still fresh. Whoever opened the door is most likely still in there.
One, be prepared to kill anything that moves. They killed the darkspawn. They may be allies. 3, they had to have an Idukan signet ring to get in. 4, and let's make sure they don't find the shield. I'm going to say 3, they don't have an Idukan, they had to have an Idukan signet ring to get in.
It could have been stolen, recently, or generations back.
Or it could be an ambitious cousin out for his own glory.
1, we'll see soon enough. 2, nobody steals my glory. 3, let's not do anything rash. 4, whoever it is, the shield is mine. We're choosing 4.
Understood. Let's move, men.
Staggering Shadow Wolf says, you go looking for traps, and there's one behind you. I know, just my luck. Just my luck. Alright, let's set foot within inside here. We'll scout again with our guy. Let's see what we got. We got a dwarf corpse here. Fire arrows, we'll take some. Move up. Hiss the lava. Huh. What do we got here? What is that? Rank creature? These look like dwarves? Can't make them out. Let's move everyone up. It's a mercenary. It's a bunch of mercenaries. Oh, this is gonna be a hard fight.
So glad you could finally join us. We feared you'd gotten eaten by Darkspawn. Turns out the shield isn't quite as easy to retrieve as I was led to believe. I wager you know where it is, though. So maybe you tell me where it is, and I won't mutilate your body so bad your father doesn't recognize you.
1. Gorham, we need to kill these men. 2. Who are you? How did you get in here? 3. The shield's a metaphor. It's in all of us. 4. The shield's under the floor of the main room. I'm gonna choose 1. Gorham, we need to kill these men.
I'll try to hide my disappointment.
Just kill them, boys. We'll find this shield on our own.
Alright, we're gonna pull back with everyone. Move back. Move back.
Get off my back.
Move back. Move back. Move back. Move back. Uh-oh. They caught Gorham, but that's fine. I'm happy with this. Let's turn around. Actually, let's keep on moving. Let's keep on moving. Come on, Gorham. Gorham's gonna take some damage here. Come on, Gorham. Keep moving. There we go. Keep moving, keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving, keep moving. There's the door. There's the door. Alright. Okay. We got the scout here. Scout moves this way. We got 3 coming through. I want you here. Up. Come on. Move, move, move. This looks good. Right about here. Okay, mercenary captain. Everyone on mercenary captain. Shots on mercenary captain. There we go. Come on. Come on. Move, 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 move. Good. Let's go ahead and shield bash. Can you reach him with the mighty blow? And you're at half health. Let's get you a poultice. Oh, why? Pinning shot. Why can't you? Oh no. We gotta move back again. Yeah. Move back. Gorham. I can't equip it? Is that the reason why? Am I in combat? Let's see. Move back, move back.
In the right.
Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Move back. Move back, move back. Move back. Everyone move back. You guys move back. Oh no, Gorham's. There we go. Gorham can now use a health poultice. Let's go and use one. There we go. Move back, move back. Alright. Yep, 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 yep. Move back, move back. And
I'm here.
Right, right, right. There's the mercenary captain. Let's go ahead and shield bash. Switch out. Get past him. And attack. There we go. Okay. That didn't work. Let's go ahead and shield bash.
Honor and glory.
Got him down. Let's strike him. Come on, come on, come on. That's some good damage to the mercenary captain. Let's see. Shield bash. Make sure we're in the pocket there. Gorham, I want you to use a health poultice. Actually, no. We're going to use a lesser poultice on you. Excellent. Come on. Come on, Scout. Are you pinned? You're pinned.
I'm not afraid of you.
Mercenary Captain's taking some good damage. Okay. What do we got here? Long strike. Got the mercenary captain down. Durin, you can pummel strike that guy. Got him down. Everyone dive in. Get him, get him, get him. Got him. Okay, let's all pile onto this guy. Let's do some dirty fighting on him. Mighty blow. There we go. Never mind. All right, one guy left. Let's get him. Get him, get him.
I'm on it. Just tell
Put
me
you
what to
behind
do.
him. Shield bash.
Ready.
All right, and let's get in there.
Yes. Let's go.
Another shield bash. Oh, what a way to finish that fight. Perfectly timed. Steve H says, what version is this? The graphics are great. Steve, thank you for joining the stream. I don't believe I've seen you here before. This is Dragon Age Ultimate Edition. The reason why the graphics look so good, obviously, is because, you know, some years have passed and newer computers could take better advantage of the graphics settings for Dragon Age Origins when it first came out. That's why it looks so watchable, I guess, for us here in 2021. Morn says, at Steve H, there's different versions. Not really. There really is. I mean, you have versions of the game. Styric Shadow says, beautiful kill. I agree. That was very cinematically done at the end of the fight by Durin, my main character. Let's go see what the mercenary captain had. Oh, there he had an Idukan signet ring. A heavy silver ring bearing the mark of House Idukan. I wonder how he got that.
Is that an Idukan signet ring? I guess that's how they got in here.
Let's see. Number 2, it's Trian's.
The ring is Trian's. That means he...
I'll say Trian will pay for this, mark my words.
The first way we can hurt him is to find that shield ourselves.
3, the shield of Idukan will be mine.
You have your orders, boys.
DM McLovin saying, hey yo, new here. DM, welcome. Welcome McLovin. Thank you for stopping by. And of course, Lemon Pledge Total War says, I'm back, y'all. Does that mean you finished your stream already? Did I actually outlast you, Lemon Pledge? I'm impressed. Usually, you know, you put me to shame with the kind of hours you can clock in for your Warhammer streams. But I'm glad you turned up at the end of your stream. Thank you for stopping by. DM McLovin, Steve H, thank you for stopping by the Wyvern's Lair and checking out this Let's Play of Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition. I hope you stick around and join Morn and Styric and everyone else here as we find out what is happening here in Ozamar in House Idukan. Steve H says, okay, understand. First time viewing your speed, I'm enjoying it. Styric Shadow says, yes, I welcome myself. Did I say something wrong here? Lemon Pledge says, no, I couldn't stream tonight, unfortunately. Oh, hey, that happens, man. Listen, real life happens. DM McLovin says, Steve H, you can use mods to improve graphics. That's true. I guess you could use mods. I'm sure there are mods out there for Dragon Age Origins that you could make use of. I am playing vanilla, so this is Dragon Age Origins Ultimate Edition without mods. Hard difficulty. Not blind, obviously. I played a lot of Dragon Age before, Dragon Age Origins. Hey, there's one last guy. There's one survivor here. Good. That guy is in for a bad day. Hi, dude. Alright, let's get him. Pummel strike. Oh, just kidding. Get him. Get him, get him. Oh, I know what's going to happen here. We're going to knock him. Oh, we're stunned? Wow, that guy's being a prick. Uh-oh. That's what we wanted. They're perfect. Okay, get in there.
To the fray!
Yep, and dogpiled this guy. Nicely done. Styric Shadow Wolf says, hey there, Lemon plays Total War. DM McLevin says, man, I miss playing this game. Time to dust it off my Steam and do a mage playthrough. DM McLevin, I could not think of a better thing to do. It's really amazing how well Dragon Age Origins has aged for a game that's now, gosh, well over 10 years old. Lemon Pledge Total War says, at Styric Shadow Wolf, hey, what's up, Styric? How was your Monday? And Steve H says, cool, thank you. Okay, we got a chest here. Oh, wait a second. We got more bad guys. We do. We're still in combat. Oh, they have a ballista, the sneaky Fs. Wow. And we got traps, too. Well, come on, guys. Come on, move, 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 move. Get him. Get that guy. Get that fool. We're going to add a pommel strike to him. Go, 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 go. Go, 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 go. There we go. And scout. Get in there. Come on, guys. Don't be shy. There we go. Perfect. That's all she wrote.
Can I get you a ladder? So you
Ballista
can get off
bolt.
my back?
Huh. Styric and Shadow Wolf says, at Lemon Pledge Total War, it was as good a Monday as can be, I suppose. DM McLovin says, age like fine wine, I may say. The community is alive and well. Agreed. Steve H says, agreed, very good game. And Lemon Pledge of Total War says, Styric Shadow Wolf, yeah, I'm right here with you. Early morning workout tomorrow to start Tuesday off. Oh, nice, Lemon Pledge. I'm probably going to try to get to the gym myself tomorrow. Styric Shadow Wolf says, love that pommel strike right to the noggin. I agreed. Yeah, it's a very good move for a two-handed fighter. We got a Novus Silverite Ruins. These ruins will give us additional... there are certain weapons in this game that have ruin slots, and using these ruins, you can give these weapons or armor different properties. This one is a weapon ruin that will give us additional damage versus Darkspawn. We'll go ahead and take it. And we got some chests here that we can take care of now. We'll use our scout to get through them. Another Novus Silverite Ruin. We got a chest here. Small Darkspawn shield. Excellent. Okay, and do we have anything else? We got ballista bolts. Got a charred corpse over there. Let's give it a look. Sir Shadow Wolf says at Lemon Pledge, I hear you there. I get my workout at work. That's good, man. That is good. You and me both, Styric. You and me both. There are times in my work where I do have to haul around heavy equipment. And that certainly is a workout for me. Okay, we have an entrance here. Let's take a look at the map. It says a noble expedition, so a Thag chamber. Let's do it. Let's drop a save. And trap, of course. Man, I cannot wait for that happy moment when I can start detecting traps. Because holy smokes, it's annoying. Red Mage says, I really need to start working out. I miss my cadence and I can't find my second paired stick. Red Mage, just walking around. Go to the park, walk around, get your blood pumping that way. You don't need your stick. DM McLevin says, what do you prefer between the Starfang variants? I might do a warrior playthrough as well. Well, obviously, my character is going to be built as a two-handed warrior. So the Starfang, greatsword version is probably the most useful for me. But from what I've read, if you are a two-handed warrior, the best weapon you can pick up, DM McLovin, is the Chasing the Great Maul. Let's see. Lemon Pledge says at Starry Shadow Wolf, I'll be the same. I'll be working about 10, 11 hours a day, moving on my feet all day. Lemon Pledge, that sounds kind of exciting. Well, also kind of hard, too. Redmay says, wait! Lemon Pledge says that at Owen Durham, it's definitely harder to get back into working out the older I've gotten. Man, I hear you. It's a struggle for me too, Lemon Pledge, and you're a lot younger than I am. Redmay says that DM McLovin, what editions do you run? Alright, here we are in the Thaig. Let's send in our scout to hopefully find a trap. Please. Any old trap. Okay. We got a sarcophagus.
This is the room. How do we get the shield?
I'll say, look around. There must be a clue.
You two, see if you can spot anything.
Alright. Let's once again send you out.
It seems some of these tiles are different from the others.
Uh-huh. So we got one there. We got one here. One here. Move forwards. And let's try opening it. Sarcophagus. There we go. There's an indication here that seems to match the Idukan signet ring perfectly. Press your signet ring against the indentation. The little sarcophagus slides away, revealing a small hollow that contains the shield of Idukan. Continue. The Idukan shield. Let's take a look at this. This shield has been pitted and scarred by the claws of countless darkspawn, but the ancient seal of House Idukan can still be clearly seen. It is a kite shield, steel, tier 3, requires 22 strength, gives defense of 4, fatigue of 3.52, missile deflection 4.50, and strength modifier of 1. Take it.
That's it. We've got it.
Doesn't look like much.
The skill of our crafters has come far since then. But still, the Shield of Idukan.
I can say it's a symbol, that's all. 2, the strength of Idukan is in the shield. 3, enough talk. Where's the rendezvous point? I'm going to say the strength of Idukan is in this shield.
I can feel it. It's inspirational.
You say so. It's just a shield.
I'll choose enough talk. Where's the rendezvous point?
Back in the direction we came from, at the crossroads.
To the crossroads.
Alright, we got a lot going on in the chat. Let me quickly catch up over here. Because I actually want to find out what you guys are talking about. Oh, I see. Got you. Styric Shadow says at Lemon Pledge, I'm constantly lifting all day at work. DM McLovin at Red Mage says, I've got the Ultimate Edition. DM McLovin is talking about Dragon Age. Red Mage. Red Mage says at Lemon Pledge Total War, I hear you there. It's why I'm doing it with cadence. Stick play. I don't need to bench the max. I spin a Joe about and slap a rope around for cardio. And Red Mage says at DM McLovin, so 3.5 then. Good. You guys. At Lemon Pledge Total War. Lemon Pledge Total War says at Styric Shadow Wolf, I used to do that. I think I'd be a grumpy old man on my streams if I still did that now. 11 Pledge of Total War says at Red Mage, yeah, I do a bunch of cardio and circuits nowadays. DM McLovin says at Red Mage, got it off a Steam sale a while back, so worth it. And Styric Shadow Wolf says, at Lemon Pledge Total War, I am. Owen says, there's a lot going on in chat. Red Mage says, at Lemon Pledge Total War, what the fuck are circuits? Like the craft machine? Lemon Pledge says, and the occasional longer run when DM Wyvern gets out of the cage. And at Morn, I had to chase him down. Red Mage says that DM McLovin, Wizard of the Coast does not sell their books via Steam, good sir. That is because DM McLovin's talking about freaking Dragon Age Origins, not Dungeons and Dragons, Red Mage. And Red Mage says, at Lemon Pledge Total War, those longer streams are more tolerable if you mute them and wander away. Right, DM Wyvern? I'm shaking my fist at you, Red Mage. DM McLovin says, oh, I was thinking you were asking about Dragon Age Origins. My bad. And Red Mage says, you filthy kobold. DM McLovin says, I run 3.5 edition and 5th edition. Oh, that's really cool, man. You're going to have a lot to share with Red Mage here. Lemon Plays Total War says, at Red Mage circuit workouts, basically grabbing a bunch of different lifts and throwing them together and hammering them out. Nice. I like that, Lemon Pledge. I do splits, if you will. Steve H says, so cool that you're using all the dwarves. I have to. It's the Dwarven origin. There's no one else to currently use right now, Steve. Redmate says that Lemon Pledge lifts like weights. Sorry, my man. I'm not hip to your jive. DM McLovin says, interested in Pathfinder and Warhammer as well, but time is kind of tight. And Redmate says, at DM McLovin, I hear there, my man, running games can be a bitch and a half, though I love how seamlessly you can bastardize PF1 with 3.x. Okay, we got to get moving here. I'm glad that we sorted out that the confusion between DM McLovin talking about Dragon Age. Oh my God, what's going on here? Oh Jesus! Oh Lord! Could be more of those mercenaries. Can we go back in? Can we go back into the Thag Chamber? Like, I am curious. Like, oh no. Oh no, we got. Let's see. What are we looking at here? We're gonna make a break for it. Come on, guys. Why? Okay. What I'd like to do is I'd like to get to the ballista, or just run. Just run. Run, run, guys. Run, run. Oh my God, a freaking trap! Another freaking trap. Oh, Jesus. What do we got trapped here? We got the scout trapped. We'll fight it out here, I think. Yeah, we'll fight it out here. Gorham, Durin, and Friendlin attack the Blight Wolf. Durin, give me a pommel strike.
Point me in the right direction.
Okay, I hope that worked. It's resisted. Okay, don't use your thing. Let's do a shield bash now. Okay. I hope the shield bash worked. Didn't seem to work. You know what? Let's try to land that mighty blow. There we go. Give me a shield bash. That worked. Let's see. You're taking a lot of damage. Let's get how close this is going on you. Do we have CC up? Almost. There we go. Okay, the scout is free, I think. Alright, good. Oh wow, they're really piling on to Gorham here. Ow. Alright, let's get you past here, Friendlin. Durin. Let's hit another health pouch. There we go. Friendlin, come on, Durin. Move. There we go. What do we got going here? Gorham, can you attack? Yes, you can. Genlock's been wasted. Do we got a shield bash up? We can do that. Great. And we can hopefully get some backstabs. Get some backstabs. Come on. There we go. That Genlock is down. Alright. Do we have a shield bash? We do. Shield bash that guy. everyone onto this thing. There we go. That guy's dead. Excellent. 2 more genlocks left. Let's see. What do we got? We got shield bash here. Go for it. Get him. Excellent. Do we have another shield bash? We got a pommel strike. Let's go for it. Get him. Nice. Tutorial leveling up. Let's see what we got here. We got a lot of stuff going. we got too much going here. I could see. DM McLevin says I'll be off to work as well. Later, everyone, I'll be back in the next stream. Sub to you, DM Wyvern. DM McLevin, thank you so much for the sub. I appreciate you enjoying my content, and I look forward to seeing you back here on the next adventure here at the Wyvern's Lair. Thank you for dropping by, and good luck at work tomorrow. I'd sit here and read a lot of the chat, but yeah, I think this is probably a good place to end. Styric is taking off. He says, okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, I have to take my leave, off to work. I think this is a good place to call it. Let me go ahead and read what we have here as we wind our way out of this stream. There's a lot to catch up on. Let's see. Redmate says, DM McLevin, I hear there, my man. Running games can be a bitch and a half. I've read that already. Redmate says, did you see the Warcraft 3.1 rule set? Goblin Engineer. Wahaha. Lemon Pledge Total War says at Red Mage. Yeah, no worries. You can use dumbbells, barbells, abs, and just make a combination of things you want to do. Red Mage says, DM Wyvern, you're going to die, friend. Those mercs going to murder you. Well, they tried. They tried, Red Mage. They came pretty close. DM McLevin says, at Red Mage, my 5e campaign has been on hold for 3 weeks now. The DM's true adversary is scheduling. I can only hope we can play tomorrow. I certainly hope that it works out for you, DM McLevin, and you're able to connect with your virtual table for your 5th edition campaign. Lemon Pledge Total War says, at Red Mage, I can explain it more on Wednesday during the stream. Nice, man. DM McLevin says, not yet. I'll check out the WC 3.5 rule set. I don't know what that refers to. Red Mage says that Lemon Pledge, so just a routine then. I think they just called it that when I was in weight training, sets of X and reps of Y. All right, we know Styric is headed out. Lemon Pledge says at Red Mage, yeah, but you pair them with everything without taking a break. So you do like curls, then abs, then triceps, then like ropes, then back to curls. Yeah, that's a great high-intensity workout using resistance training, Lemon Pledge. I approve of that formula. Red Mage says at DM McLevin, yeah, baby, I hear you there. Curse your calendar. Owen at Red Mage says at Styric Shadow, see you, my main man. Stay safe. Agreed. Stay safe, Styric, and thank you so much for dropping by. Red Mage says Lemon Pledge, so it's like HIIT, a high-intensity interval training. Lemon Pledge Total War says at Red Mage, you do that for like 4 sets in a row and have fun at Styric Shadow Wolf. And we know DM McLevin took off. Red Mage says, I'm too old to do that. I do 2 minutes of free spinning, and then it's break time. Then run some sets of my cadence strikes, blocks, breaks, a little bit of leg work. Ron Mage says, break time, sit-ups, planks, breaks time, then laughs. Yeah, that's kind of how I work out too, Red Mage, to be quite honest with you. Lemon Pledge Total War says at Red Mage, yeah, basically just type in circuit workout in Google and go to images. You'll see results of people pairing various lifts. Red Mage says, see you, DM McLevin. I hope your game rolls well. Warren says, powerful stream. See you, Wyvern. Red Mage says, oh man, we love you, DM Wyvern. Enjoy your evening. Lemon Pledge Total War says, peace out, everyone. And Morn says, Morn workout. Get chased by Wyvern as you tried to escape his cellar. I couldn't think of a better way to end the stream than with Morn's last little bit there. For those of you who tuned in, thank you everyone for showing up. I could hardly keep up with chat. There were so many people who I guess were enjoying hanging out on the stream and talking about things that they are passionate about, whether it's Dragon Age Origins, Dungeons and Dragons, working out. For me, this is like an important milestone as a content creator to see that those friendships forming and people sort of feeling like this is the kind of place where they can take part in my chat that way. That's really, really satisfying. And for those that will be catching the stream in the days, weeks, months, and years ahead, thank you for joining myself here at the Wyvern's Lair once again. This has been DM Wyvern and my Let's Play of Dragon Age Origins in Ultimate Edition in 2021, and the adventure will continue very soon. Bye, folks.